and only, the Night Marcher, McKenna Cruz.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming on today, my friend. I appreciate you.
No problem. Anytime.
Guys, we got Brandon in the house. Chase is taking a personal day. We all send our thoughts and prayers out to him. He's okay physically himself, but we support him. He's got some stuff going on, and yeah, we love the guy, man. So this weekend, it's gonna be more just fun talk. We're gonna hold off on the wrestling, the Oos wrestling event that happened this past week, in which McKenna Cruz had an awesome, amazing leather strap match this week. But we're going to hold off till next week, till Chase is here, because I feel like it's all our thing. All three of us. It's like all our thing.
Definitely.
So we want to have him in-house. So today, McKenna's been kind enough to fill in for me, filling gaps. And we're going to have plenty more to talk about, man. McKenna just caught up with XMen 97 today, so he's in the know for that. We'll do a little recap there. I thought it was kind of fun. We got some AI stuff that's coming up down the pipeline. Amazon grocery stores says it was powered by AI, but it turns out it wasn't. We'll get more into that. Bambi attacks in the first teaser. Bambi the Reckoning. In Evil Bambi, first we had Pooh, Blood and Honey. Now we have Bambi the Reckoning.
I feel like with Winnie the Pooh, like, you could, you could make a haunted Winnie the Pooh costume, but like Bambi, like, is it gonna be like a CGI deer, or is it gonna be like how Lion King was, or something like that?
Is he like grown up and looking for revenge on the person who killed his mom, kind of thing?
I don't know, because like I'm looking at it right now, and it's like that's not a baby Bambi.
Yeah, that looks like a full-grown deer. Was Bambi a girl or a boy?
Oh, that's a good question. I remember hearing that question before, and you know what? I don't have the answer. I want to say that Bambi was a girl, because like back in the day when you would insult somebody and call them Bambi, that's pretty much what you were doing, right?
Yeah. Like Bambi sounds like a female name, but nowadays, I don't know. We can get into the trailer and kind of break it down a little bit if we want to just jump right into it. We got other stories to talk about today, but this is going to be a lot of fun. I think this was an April Fool's thing, but the Shazam, celebrating Shazam, a magical and nostalgic zany adventure, but that was a little article. I found a Meet the Acolyte Star Wars characters. It's not super descriptive, though, as I wanted it to be. I thought it was going to be more of a deep dive story. I did start playing Jedi Survivor.
Oh, hey, that's cool.
So, and I gotta say, it's pretty good. There's a lot of people who complain about like crashes and issues. There is some optimization issues with the game, but it runs. Once I get into the game, it runs smooth. I haven't had a problem with it, so maybe I'll need to upgrade your hardwares out there. I don't know. PC Master Race.
I kind of watched the Acolyte trailer.
Oh, you didn't see it?
No, I'd like seldom watched it.
Okay, we have it in here. We can watch it over, and you can give me your thoughts on it.
There's just like so much going on, like with everything Disney related. There's so much going on that it's just hard to keep up. Yeah.
I agree. I mean, like right now, it's all about the XMen 97. I feel like, but they came out with like a bunch of stuff this past week where there's news on the new Silver Surfer and Fantastic Four, which we're gonna wait for Chase on that one too, because he told me he's got a lot to say about that. So he said, save this one for me for next week. So we're gonna get into that. But apparently, they casted a female Silver Surfer.
Ooh.
So we're gonna get into that next week. Sorry guys, we gotta hold off till next week. Miss Hotness and her randomness, thank you for being here. Appreciate you supporting us. Thank you. And Adam, hello, welcome into the chat. And the rest of you lurkers out there, we see you. I see you. McKenna sees you. You know what? In a mad dash to make sure this show worked today, it wasn't that much of a problem. I just wanted, McKenna's been kind enough. He's going to come on 2 weeks in a row, because next week, it's going to be all wrestling next week. I'm just giving you guys a heads up. So if you guys want to know about that, we got WrestleMania coming up this week.
Yeah, it is WrestleMania week.
Who are the big matches in WrestleMania that we can look forward to?
Ooh, they're all. The Rock came back, so the
Yeah,
Rock's
I
been
didn't
back
even
on
know
TV.
he was like solid back in it
Yeah.
until you told me last night, and I was like, what?
The Rock's been back for almost 2 months now since he came back, and he is entrenched in the storylines with his family and all kinds of other stuff. So he's gonna. So WrestleMania is 2 nights now. So
And that's crazy too. I had no idea.
and I'm pretty sure he's gonna be on both nights, but he's wrestling the first night, main event, guarantee, and yeah. So him and his cousin Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins, and then Logan Paul. Logan Paul's gonna wrestle. I'm not sure which night he's gonna wrestle, but I know he is. I mean, it's just a star-studded lineup all the way across the board. If you follow WWE wrestling, yeah, like it's just a real heavy card, and it's gonna be hard to top. But 2 nights of WrestleMania. It's WrestleMania
I mean, it's
weekend,
the Super Bowl of wrestling,
It
right?
is the Super Bowl of wrestling. They even put it in a football stadium.
It's in a
Like,
football stadium,
yeah.
and it's gonna sell it out. Too,
Yeah.
most likely.
Like
If it hasn't already, it probably is already sold out.
80,000 people. Like
That's
you know,
insane,
I
dude.
know.
That's insane.
Like just like you go to a football game and you sit in the the upper deck area and whatnot. It's so hard to see. So to see like 2 people in the ring from that high up and of course for the most part, I think a lot of people watch like the big screens and everything like that.
I would think so.
And it's just an experience to be there. But like I can only imagine like what it's actually like. I always want to go to WrestleMania. That's definitely.
Would you go even if it was like nosebleeds?
Yeah.
Would you pay for it? The
Yeah.
nosebleeds?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Closest thing, I went to SummerSlam at Staples Center, and I have never seen like so many like wrestling fans in my
Staples
life.
Center would be a good spot. I mean, I feel like the basketball arenas are way better just because obviously it's a smaller arena.
Yeah,
first,
yeah.
But, the TVs are much more viewable and stuff like
Yeah.
that too, right?
And
Like,
plus, the Lakers play at Staples Center, so it's just like it's just a landmark stadium.
yeah.
They have the Wayne Gretzky statue in the front, and then I think they're putting up a Kobe statue pretty soon.
Yeah, they have Wilt Chamberlain and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Like, yeah, all the big hockey players and basketball players that came through there. Yeah.
Yeah. So just going to the arena itself was really cool.
I went to Staples in January for a hockey game.
Oh, nice.
And it was a game. It was a fun game. My cousin had the hookups, so we got us some nice I guess they're like his company seats.
Oh yeah.
And we had
yeah.
a server like the whole game. We didn't have to leave our seats to get a beer. It was awesome. We just ordered it. We could order food from our seats. It was great.
Press box.
And they bring it to you. Nah, it wasn't a box. We were like in the section right below the boxes.
Oh, okay. So
Like-
it's still kind of like not closed off, but it's a smaller section.
It's super good seats. Yeah, we weren't, and that's kind of like where I like to be. I don't think being up on the glass you get the best view necessarily, right?
Yeah.
We were about like midway up or almost to the top of the bottom ring.
Yeah. So it's like you could see the whole ring, but it's just like but you're not like high up.
And we were like almost mid ice too, or almost center ice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was pretty dope.
I always wanted to go to a hockey game. My friend went to a hockey game one time, and like same thing like wrestling. Like it's like you have to watch it live.
Oh, hockey live is
Like it's way more insane. Like
Yeah.
the stuff that the cameras don't show and everything else that's going on the ice, things like that. Like it's just a different experience when you watch it live.
it's total different experience. And I would rate hockey live up there with live football. It's like that close for me. I think as far as like how fast the sport moves, these guys clean each other's clocks all
Yeah.
the time, and just the puck goes super fucking fast too. Like it's just a fast moving game. It's just a
Yeah.
constantly fast moving game. So yeah, I highly recommend it to anybody who hasn't seen a professional hockey game. Like you gotta go.
Who was playing?
They were well, not we. I'm a Knights fan, but the Kings were playing the Avalanche and they beat them like 7-2.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was a blowout.
At least because hockey kind of like soccer, whereas like the score is relatively low.
Yeah, lately they enacted some other rules. I don't know exactly what the rules were, but I know it's a lot more like high scoring now.
Oh.
And I think also because you get major penalties now for fighting and stuff like that. So it's like they kind of are trying to tamper down the fighting and the violence in it a little bit, which is kind of lame.
Yeah.
But that makes for like people playing hockey more so than just like beating the shit out of each other.
Yeah.
Because there are those games where you got your goons and just people just want to like destroy each other. They just want to hit each other, get into fights. I remember going to a D-League hockey in Vegas. They used to be called the Wranglers, and they played at Orleans Arena. It was like an arena at a casino.
Oh shit!
Like a casino off the strip. So this place was maybe like 7,500 seats. Not huge.
Well, that's not bad though.
Yeah, it's still good size.
Yeah.
But it was third period or beginning of second period, I believe, and they all kind of just like looked at each other, and you saw them kind of jawing to each other like at the face-off before the period started, and right when the puck dropped, all of them gloves off and went at it, dude. 5-on-5, dude, and even the goalies.
Yeah,
were,
get the
like,
goalie.
like,
Get
dude,
the
they just
goalie.
cleared out. It was so awesome, dude. It was. They were playing the Alaska Aces, which was like their rival.
Oh wow.
And it was great because they were super chippy the first period, like just guys cleaning each other's clocks. So they just kind of all looked at each other and said, "You want to go? You want to go? All right." And they just went for it, dude.
Yeah.
And it was great, man. It was a lot of fun to watch. But those were some great games too. Hockey Live, highly recommend it.
I gotta check it out. Like, well, we have the hockey leagues over here, and but that's the closest I've gotten to watching like hockey live. I had a friend of mine, he was playing, and like we just graduated high school. Like there was, we're not playing football anymore or anything like that, but you got all this pent up aggression, and so like he was like, okay, I'm gonna try hockey, and he thought that he could just go around and just blast people, but you can't. Like that's not the way hockey works. So I went to one of his games and I saw him get sent to the penalty box like 3 times. And I'm like, what are you doing? He was like, I don't know. They said I can't hit him. But that's how that shows how much little I know about hockey.
It's kind of like it has to be
Within reason.
legitimate like play.
Yeah.
Like when you're checking guys on the boards, like you have to be fighting for the puck. You can't just like you can't just like hit a guy like center ice. Like just I'm gonna clean this dude out in the middle of the ice. I mean, you can. People have done it. But yeah, it has to be like you're playing the puck. So if you check someone on the boards, you're usually like stopping him from pushing the pushing the puck forward and stuff like that, or passing it. So it's like kind of part of it, but you can get away with certain things.
Yeah, I bet.
I mean, I don't know the exact intricacies, but I know you can't just like clean a guy's clock out of nowhere. Like that's totally a penalty.
Yeah, I learned that day. You can't just go around just blasting people. It's like, oh.
Miss Hotness says, I know a ton of people would be willing to drive up no matter the weather to see it. That was talking about WrestleMania, I believe.
Okay,
and then
yeah.
she said Chase's son is playing hockey.
Yeah.
In Logan Street. Yeah, I heard like a couple weeks ago he scored like 7 goals or something.
Oh, damn. Look at him go.
He tore it up, dude.
You know what? I should go to one of Logan's games because he comes to my wrestling matches, so I think it's only fair that I go to one of his games. I think that's a fair trade.
We should just we should be out there, and then every time he scores a goal, we'll go too sweet. He'll dig it, dude, because we do it all the time at your events. He'll 1, 2, and then sweet. Yeah, so that's me and him. That's our thing. So. But he's super sweet kid, super nice kid. We miss you, Logan. Maybe we should have him on the show next week too.
Give he was there
input.
too.
Yeah, let him get his input in. And I want to know what he has to say about the whole thing.
Because kids say the darnest things, man.
They do, and they notice things that you don't notice sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he has some video that I have to get from him. So that's another thing is I didn't get a chance to like cut up some footage and stuff. So. That'll be good. It'll give me an extra week to get all that stuff together for next week.
Yeah.
So tune in next week when McKenna Cruz is going to be back, rocking the guest seat, and then maybe Logan too. And then we're gonna break this whole thing down, and I'll have the footage up of I'll have some footage of the event. Obviously, I won't show a whole match. Okay, I'm not gonna do that again because I don't want to get this guy in trouble, or get the stream taken down. But yeah.
Oh yeah, Logan's not a big guy. We can squeeze him in here.
Yeah, we can fit him in here somewhere.
Cause you guys had a show when you had 4 people, right?
Yeah, but usually they're off camera.
Oh.
So we can have one person off camera. I have an extra mic for it, but yeah, maybe he can be off camera or something like that too.
Yeah, we can
squeeze him in.
Yeah.
Here too. So yeah. So, well, to finish up the WrestleMania, I have questions about that real quick because I kind of want to watch it. So, where do I watch it and how much does it cost?
So it's on the Peacock app.
Okay.
And to my knowledge, I think Peacock is still only like $9.99 a month.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you
I have Peacock.
Yeah, so you should be able to watch it.
Is it so you don't have to pay like for a pay-per-view fee or something like that?
No, because they just stream it now.
Dude.
Because it's no longer called pay-per-view. It's called premium live events.
Why? Why not then? Right?
Yeah.
It's like the Tyson fight and Tyson Jake Paul fight. And
it's on Netflix,
in
right?
Netflix, yeah.
That's crazy.
Like, I'm gonna watch it. I'm like, as long as I get it like with my subscription already, it's like I might as well just watch it. Who cares at that point? I'm like, I'm not gonna pay $50 for that. You know what I mean? Which is, I think, what he charged for like his last fight when he fought Fury, Tommy Fury. But I was like, I'm not paying that fucking money. Fuck that noise. But if it's on Netflix for not for free, obviously, because you gotta pay for Netflix, but shit, I'll watch it. If it's on
Netflix
there.
got money.
Pay extra.
Yeah. It's like $12.99 for Netflix now, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, they just raised the price.
Yeah.
So they have like an ad tier and they have an ad-free tier now. So I think the ad tier is like $9.99 and the ad free is $14.99. I want to say. Yeah, it's all going up. Everything's fucking going up.
They got you hooked, and then now it's like, oh, what are you gonna do now?
Yeah. Lucky you have Peacock. I had it for free, and then I started making us pay for it. I feel robbed. Yeah, check your cell phone plans because a lot of cell phone providers provide free subscriptions to stuff. So I actually get Netflix for free through T-Mobile.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. I don't believe HBO is free anymore. It used to be, but I don't think it is anymore. That used to be free through AT&T, but I don't think they're free through anybody now. And somebody had, I think T-Mobile gives me Hulu for free too, but I use Disney Plus and ESPN Plus for hockey, so I just get the bundle because it would be the same price anyway.
Because it's Disney, ESPN, and Hulu, right? That's the bundle, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, Hulu's great because it's got a lot of stuff, but then I don't think you get access to the sports on Hulu if you don't have ESPN Plus.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, I don't know how it works exactly. But yeah, check your cell phone plans, and maybe check your credit cards too. If you have credit cards, sometimes they give you free subscriptions for shit too.
Wow, shit, I gotta look into that.
Yeah. I have Verizon and they make me pay for things at a discount, but I have enough access to certain things.
Oh, hey.
There's always a way. With a will, there's a way. There's ways to get it for free. I'm not going to promote those on here because I don't want to get us in trouble, but, there are ways you can do things.
I've had to change my Netflix password once or twice.
Yeah, or if you got a family member who you can borrow a password from.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
Monica likes her crime shows, and I know a lot of them are on Peacock, so that's why we have it.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. It's like a girl thing. Like, they love watching these, like, the Law and Orders and the, all that stuff.
She's all about Blue Bloods and the what is it? The fire department one?
Oh, 911.
Yeah, 911.
Yeah.
And then there's the fire department and the police department one. And then she's always been in a CSI and stuff like that too. NCIS.
I always get it wrong. Like, who did it? Like, you watch the episode.
We always guess too.
Yeah.
When I watch it with her, I'm like, I think it's that guy.
Yeah. Like, I always get it wrong. And then for some reason, the girls always get it right. But it's their show. You know what I mean? Like, they're the ones that watch this show.
I feel like it's like almost like 75% of the time, it's the guy who shows up for a very select scene and says a very peculiar line. And then you're like, you never see him again the rest of the episode, and you're like, I bet it was that dude.
Yeah. Until the end, and then it's like, it's him.
Yeah. And sometimes it's just the obvious person, but
yeah,
sometimes it's just like that random guy who makes a quick appearance and a quick quit. You know?
It sucks too, because like, you know, sometimes I'm trying to go to sleep, but it's like you're so invested. You want to know who did it.
Yeah.
But the damn thing's an hour long, and it's like, oh, jeez, man. Like I can't. Before you know it, it's like 7 a.m, and you're just like, I had to know.
Yeah, I do that. I do that too. Not with the crime shows as much, because I pretty much seen all of them with Mo. She loves Rizzoli and Isles too. You ever see that show?
Yeah.
Yeah, she watches that show all the time. Bones, she was watching that. That's not really a crime show. Well, no, it is kind of.
It's like a medical show. Yeah. More or less.
Yeah. But she does go to sleep with that stuff on, so I'll wake up to like shootouts in an alley and shit like that. It's like woo woo, and it's like bah, 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 bah. And I'm like, what is happening right now?
What kind of crazy psychopath goes to sleep for that shit? It's so peaceful. Pop, 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 pop.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. NCIS, get on the ground.
Ice-T has been on that show. Oh, is it Law and Order? Man,
He was Law and Order.
I can't believe like of all the people in the whole world who would be on a cop show for so long, Ice-T.
LL Cool J's.
Oh
Yeah, he's
LL
on
Cool J.
NCIS.
Yeah, that's right.
And then who else? Isn't Ice Cube's on something, isn't he? Well, he's on 21 Jump Street.
Yeah.
But
I like
was he on something else?
I think that's more of a parody of him being on 21 Jump Street. Like it's meant to make fun of cops. You know what I mean? So having Ice Cube as your captain is like, you know, the icing on the cake. Like it's like hilarious. And I love Ice Cube's acting. He's fucking hilarious.
He's always like this, like, I'm gonna fuck you up character, and like you're just like, okay, you know.
You believe him?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
You know, like I wouldn't want him talking to me that way, because I'd be like, yeah, sure, yep, I'll do whatever you said.
Like,
whatever you say.
Like even when you see him on like talk shows and stuff, and he has a smile on his face and he's laughing and whatnot, you're still scared of him.
Totally.
Yeah.
You're like, no, please don't hurt me. I'd appreciate that.
You know it's there.
What up, Digital Aspects? How you doing?
Oh, what's up, bro?
Sorry, man, I didn't have their chat visible in my thing, my stuff here. I'll put you out here. Welcome, man. Welcome into the chat. Thank you for joining us today. Sorry, we weren't ignoring you. I promise.
Oh yeah.
Hey, rocking that night merch.
Yep.
Where can they get it?
ProWrestlingTees.com or come to your next Oos Wrestling show. Oh wait,
are you gonna have it or what? Like your merch
Not
booth
this
is always
show.
empty. Oh, get on it, Brandon.
Oh no,
dude, you got
not
2
this
months.
shirt. Because this is still the team shirt. Like I'm gonna have my. Oh wait, but he made my McKenna Cruz shirt. Okay, so yeah, so if you want
Digital Aspects, please help this guy out.
well, you know, now I've found like a local supplier and things like that, so we should be rolling.
Cause there was some cool new merch. I'm gonna give you a shout out, bro, on stream real quick. You guys gotta check out this guy's merch. I'm gonna go to your Instagram.
Yeah, Digital Aspects. My man, Big E.
But you gotta check out some of this guy's work. Switch this over. But Digital Aspects does he does a lot of graphic design for the youth wrestlers, and
not just for us, but like, you know, hit them up for, you know, any kind of design or anything you're trying to look for. If you're looking for some kind of graphic art, stickers, t-shirts, whatever, hit them up, man.
did he do the poster art too for Breaking Point?
I'm assuming he does the poster.
Yeah. So this is the event that just happened this past week. Again, tune in next week. We're gonna break it all down next week. This one was selling like hotcakes, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a lot of people wearing these, and I know Chase picked one up too.
Did he pick up this one or did he pick up the other one?
I believe it was this one.
Okay.
Because there was the second one, right? This one.
Yeah.
Dude, this one looks like a Transformer, though.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of looking at.
But I'm pretty sure maybe he only had this one in his size.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
I'm pretty sure he would have grabbed this one if you know.
That's why I tell these guys,
dude,
man.
these things sold out quick, too, because I went to go buy a shirt, and then I waited till the end of the show, and that was a big mistake.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he's like, yeah, I'm out of this. I'm like, dude, fuck. Because I was thinking about grabbing it during the intermission, too, and then I was like, nah, I'll just grab it later. Yeah. So check him out at Digital Aspects, and if you need designs and stuff done, he can hook you up with that.
Yeah, so he did this shirt for me. He did my McKenna Cruz shirt, which I'm gonna have the next show, guarantee, I promise. And yeah, a bunch of other wrestlers. So yeah,
We'll talk about that next week too. Because the next wrestling event's gonna be Dragon Ball Z themed,
yes.
so that'll be fun. You feel like a shot? You up for it?
Yeah, I'm down.
Miss Hotness says, "Do you only wrestle in Hawaii, or do you travel to the area on the mainland anywhere?"
I only wrestle in Hawaii. Like, I don't like. I've only wrestled in Hawaii, but I'm open to wrestle anywhere else if I'm lucky enough to do that. But I've only wrestled in Hawaii thus far.
Take it worldwide.
Yeah, I know.
wide.
I've wrestled people not from Hawaii, if that counts. I mean, that kind of counts, right?
Yeah, sure. Sure, I'll give it to you. Cheers, guys. The show does get better with a little bit of alcohol. I'm just saying, if you're of age, you should definitely pour yourself a beer or something,
I remember going to a stand-up comedy open mic, and then the sign outside the door says, "The more you drink, the funnier it is."
Well, considering there's usually a 2-drink minimum at shit like that, you might as well. But I agree wholeheartedly. The jokes get funnier the more you drink. All right, let's catch this Bambi the Reckoning trailer, because I am curious. I don't know about you, but viewer discretion advised. If you have any kids out there, this might be a little freaky. I don't know. I haven't watched it yet, but let's check it out.
Oh, Jesus.
Something's gonna fucking happen, dude.
You ever shot a deer?
No. Have you?
Yeah. Once.
What's That's it?
That's it. Oh, what?
Wait, something.
Oh, there we go. Oh. All right, that's definitely a CGI deer. So what happens? Bambi just gets malnourished and depressed and just loses his mind. Okay, so in fairness, I probably only watched Bambi maybe like once, maybe twice in my lifetime.
Mm.
You
It was probably a while ago.
Oh yeah, I was like 3 years old or something like that. So, like, of course you know the story. Of course, like you hear everything. Like, I couldn't even tell you what the ending of Bambi was, but everybody talks about the mom getting shot, which I'm pretty sure that's what the guy's talking about.
Yeah.
So
It's been hunting him down ever since.
yeah. I mean, like, fuck, man. If like every time you go hunting and this rabid deer is coming after you, I would just quit hunting. Like, fuck this. And
it looks like a zombie deer, right? Because you see it, you can see the ribs and all that shit too. So it's obviously not alive. It's like an undead deer.
Oh, there. Look, see, it says at the bottom right there. Bambi will be a vicious killing machine that lurks in the wilderness. Prepare for Bambi on rabies. Okay, there you go.
The film will be an incredibly dark retelling of the 1928 story we all know and love.
Oh, okay, so like it's like not like a remake, but it's, I guess, because I can guarantee you, at the end of Bambi, he doesn't go after the hunters and like fucking try and kill them or anything like that.
It says the movie follows Xana and her son Benji, who find themselves in a car wreck and soon hunted down by the vicious killing machine Bambi.
My God.
It's going to be terrifying. When people see a deer in the wild after this film, they're going to run for the hills. This film is about the death of childhoods as much as it's gonna ruin childhoods. Expect bloodshed, tears, and rabbits, and one mean killer deer. At last, the British countryside will finally get its Godzilla.
and that's another thing too. I don't even remember the characters in Bambi being British or anything like that.
Yeah. Did it was? Yeah, I don't know if that was ever explained in the actual.
Yeah, like if you
movie.
told me Bambi happened in Virginia, I would believe you.
Yeah.
But that's crazy.
I feel like that's like if we could do a watch party for that, that'd be awesome.
Did you watch the Blood and Honey, the Winnie the Pooh?
No, and they have a second one, right? Am I
have a
if I'm not
second
mistaken?
one?
I believe so, or it's about to come out. Wait.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, it came out this year.
Oh no! Damn.
Wait. Let me verify. Yeah, March 18th. So it just came out. I want to watch it though. I want to watch Blood and Honey.
This is gonna sound so fucked up, but it's like I just feel like Blood and Honey would be more entertaining because like there's more characters in it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like there was Piglet, there was Tigger, there was Eeyore.
Oh.
You know? So like Bambi had what? Was Thumper Bambi?
Thumper was a rabbit.
No, but like was Thumper
Oh.
in Bambi?
There was a. Yeah, it was called. Oh.
The rabbit,
Now I'm
right?
confusing my movies. Was he in
Yeah.
both?
No. But I think Thumper was Bambi.
I think you're right. I think that was like his best friend, right?
Yeah.
Bambi characters. The things you Google. I swear, if Google ever looks at like my search history on this computer, they're gonna be like, "What is this guy looking at?" Yeah,
Well, there. Oh yeah. Thumper.
yeah. Maybe it's the Great Prince of the Forest that goes nuts and is undead. Oh yeah, you had Flower the skunk, Friend Owl.
I remember the owl.
Aunt Ina, Miss Rabbit, and Girl Bunny. I was weirdly attracted to Miss Rabbit. I don't know why. I was a young child. Every furry's favorite movie, Bambi.
Oh my god.
Yeah, yes, Thumper was in. Okay. I mean, Thumper was only thumping his foot when he was getting turned on, right? That was the whole thing, wasn't it?
I guess like you know how like when you scratch a dog's belly and like the leg starts kicking.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I think of.
Right.
Yeah.
Or like when a girl. Never mind. Is this movie like Cocaine Bear? Okay, I heard
Oh, yeah,
good
that's right,
things about
Cocaine Bear.
Cocaine
Yeah,
Bear
yeah.
too. Fuck, these are a lot of like uber trash movies. I gotta like get in because I heard if you go into Cocaine Bear for what it is, I
Oh,
heard,
yeah, of
like
course.
it lives up to expectations.
So,
Have you seen it?
no, but like I don't know if somebody was just fucking with me or what. They said Cocaine Bear is based out on a true story.
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah, it's supposedly based on a true story.
That's wild, man. That's fucking crazy. I wouldn't even.
I mean, you go to the woods and a bear gets in the food and shit all the time. So you got a bag of cocaine sitting in your bag
That's
with
true.
like some sandwiches or some shit.
That's true.
Easily could happen.
Cause like a bunch of like God knows who goes camping, but when you go camping, you want to have a good time. So
Yeah.
I mean,
But bears like break into cars and shit and steal food out of them.
yeah,
So I wouldn't be surprised if you had it in the bag
That is fucking wild.
and a bear just said, just scarfed everything in it and was like, oh yeah, cocaine.
Yeah, eat the bag, just eat the whole bag, and then it's like the bear doesn't know any different. But I remember, going on the Consolidated Theaters app,
Uh-huh.
and then I was just looking just to see if new movies came out or anything, and I was just like, what the fuck is Cocaine Bear?
Well, it's on Netflix or something, isn't it?
Is it?
It's on something. It's on something.
I just remember thinking it's one thing to put the word cocaine in a movie title, in a public movie theater, and it's another thing to like Cocaine Bear. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is that?
It's on Amazon Prime. So if you guys got Prime and you want to check it out.
Wow, and they actually have like legitimate actors in this movie.
Like, hold on, I gotta watch this preview.
Medic!
Oh, Jesus. What is that?
Proper
We
response.
should go.
Millions of dollars worth of cocaine fell from the sky this morning in Knoxville, Tennessee.
There's more of this out there. They dumped it somewhere.
I'm looking for my daughter.
Forest is a dangerous place.
Hey, Henry, check it out. Something got into it. A deer, maybe.
Foreshadowing.
That's the.
I think we get the idea. I just don't want to get us taken down, but I think you get the idea.
That's the like. They should make like a cocaine universe, like cocaine deer, cocaine pig, you know, cocaine rabbits,
And then have them all team up in a movie like down the line.
Yeah.
Or verse each other. Like how Alien versus Predator. Or
Yeah,
like
yeah.
how Jason versus Freddy.
Cocaine
Like,
gators,
Yeah,
you know,
cocaine
just-
gator versus cocaine bear.
yeah, that'd be that's so. hey, you heard it here first. We stamped that.
Yeah,
shit.
don't be stealing our ideas.
Yeah.
You guys are all witnesses.
Yeah.
Dude, we got to start writing that movie is what we got to do. Cocaine bear versus cocaine alligator.
The cocaine forest multiverse saga, you know.
Or cocaine bear and cocaine deer versus cocaine gator and cocaine.
And like every movie starts the same. Some dumbass throws like a bag of cocaine over on an airplane.
Yeah.
And just like, oh, what now? Oh no.
I mean, you
It
can
happened
imagine
again.
if you threw it like there is like cocaine that gets thrown in like the Florida Everglades. You know what I mean? Like that shit happens all the time because you got the Cuban and then you got all
Oh,
the drugs
yeah,
that flow
yeah.
through like the Caribbean and shit like that. So it's not impossible to think someone dumped that shit in a swamp and a gator got into it.
Yeah. See, oh man, that's money right there.
That's a Florida man story. Like Florida man gets eaten by cocaine gator.
After killing the alligator, they found 40 kilos of cocaine in his system.
And his body parts in 40 pounds of cocaine.
Yeah.
Well, that answers that mystery.
You know what? If they made more of these cocaine movies, I might invest in it. Like I might actually like want to watch it. Because you do one movie, I mean that's one thing. But like if you do like multiple, because that's like I'm more of a TV show guy than a movie guy, because movies is like one movie and then that's it. You know,
Yeah.
like there's no more story. TV show can go on for seasons and seasons and seasons.
That's true.
And the story keeps going. But yeah, if you made like a saga of cocaine animals, I might have to invest my time in that.
From the creators who brought you Cocaine Gator, Cocaine Bear, and Cocaine Anaconda.
This summer.
All right. I think we're losing viewers because we keep saying cocaine.
Don't show this to your
Don't do
kids.
drugs, kids.
Yeah.
Don't do drugs.
This is why this is the derailed show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. Well,
Someone
actually,
had it on at the bar and was like, "Oh, I better shut this off," because they're saying cocaine a lot.
I know we're gonna get a text message pretty soon. Let me check my phone real fast just to make sure. It's like, will you stop saying cocaine? Nope, not in trouble at all.
No.
Yep.
Well, you'll find out when you go back to the wrestling ring. So we heard you were on a podcast talking about cocaine a lot.
It's like, no, we're talking about the movie.
Yeah. Some shocking news in Gen V was that one of the main characters, Chance Perdomo, passed away this past week in a car accident.
Oh, is that how it happened?
Yeah, and he was he's probably the main guy in the entire series, and he also they also just renewed it for a second season, like a month ago.
That's crazy.
So it's kind of sad. I don't know if they're gonna go on with the show or if they even can, or if like, they got to work his death into the show somehow.
Of course.
Right? So
Well,
it's unfortunate. He was a really good actor. Honestly, I thought he was obviously the main character in the show. I think.
I mean, okay, so
or at least one of the main characters, but he was up there.
like I didn't get to watch Gen V yet.
Yeah.
I do watch The Boys. I do enjoy it. I'm waiting for season 3, season 4.
Season 4.
Yeah, season 4.
Yeah.
And
That's on the way.
yeah. So I think they're gonna release season 4 before, I guess, season 2 of Gen V is gonna come out.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess
I would say you got to watch Gen V because I do know there are tie-ins in the 4th season.
Yeah.
To Gen V.
Well, and then they told me like so I have like friends who like try and who've talked to me about Gen V, which is funny because I never put 2 and 2 together that like it would be a spinoff of The Boys, and like there are certain episodes that like Homelander's in there, and
Yep, he's in there.
what's his face, the fast guy,
A-Train.
A-Train,
Yeah.
that A-Train's in there and stuff like that, and of course
There's
probably
like
more,
cameo. They make like cameos.
yeah.
But
But it's more for the Soups than it is for The Boys. So I think like because The Boys is mostly about the boys, I think they made Gen V to just to highlight more on the Soups. Not saying that like the Soups aren't like important in The Boys. Like they're in the show just as much as the other characters are, Huey and Butcher and things like that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil too much for you because you haven't watched it yet, but definitely check it out. I thought it was good. I don't know if I like it as much as The Boys, but it's pretty close. I'd say it's pretty close as far as the action, the craziness, the gore is up there. I would say The Boys is probably a little more intense as far as like the scenes go and the material, just like the content
Yeah.
or whatever. But this is obviously more from like a teen movie perspective in a way, but there's still exploding body parts and things of that nature. You know what I mean?
Do you know if there's a comic book tie-in to Gen V, or is it just more of a spin-off of the show?
I want to say there is. I'm not 100% on that, but I believe there is a tie-in comic book wise.
Oh, okay.
We can I can check that real quick. I believe there is though. Gen
What?
V in the comics, based on the Boys comic book story arc, We Gotta Go Now. So it's like a spin-off of the comic books.
Yeah, because like I would imagine there's a whole bunch of the Boys comics that like hasn't even been touched yet. Seem like Marvel, there's a whole bunch of like Marvel stuff that like the movies, the cinematic universe didn't even like get close to touching. So
Yeah. It's a pretty intense series though. If you haven't seen either show, you could probably start with Gen V if you wanted to. You would miss some references.
So start with The Boys.
But definitely start with The Boys. I would say, yeah, you would do it right if you're watching The Boys first for the first 3 seasons, because, yeah, toward the end, you'll get lost with, like, certain people that show up and stuff like that.
It's only 1 season, though, right now, right?
It's only 1 season.
Okay.
Yeah, so, and they just renewed it for a second, but this unfortunate event happened, so
Yeah.
who knows how that's going to work out or what they're going to do. But rest in peace, that guy. So... He's a very talented dude. He was only 27. That sucks.
I know.
Yeah. Any news on P. Diddy? You hear anything new?
Nope. So yeah, because I was telling you this yesterday, I didn't hear about it until I watched last week's show, and then I was like, "Wait, what? What happened to P. Diddy?" And then it's like, I mean, Hollywood is crazy, and like, I'm even scared being on like a social media platform saying that
Yeah.
because I feel like they're gonna come after you. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, and we were talking with a couple of buddies about it yesterday, and then he started naming off all these people like da 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 da, and I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. I don't know if that rings that big, but they definitely mentioned like Cuba Gooding Jr.
oh yeah,
and they
that's
definitely
right.
mentioned
Yeah.
like a couple people were thrown in there. People in his inner circle, obviously, like rappers that were around, and he was a producer, right? Bad Boy Records.
Yeah.
So they're saying a lot of people tied in with Bad Boy Records.
Because
might have been tied into what some of the shit he was doing.
yeah,
which
like
is
behind
kinda
the
nuts.
scenes, like there's so many people that you don't even hear about.
Yeah.
Producers, writers, all that stuff. So like, who knows?
Yeah. Oh, Miss Hotness says, do you feel like at some point every comic ever created will be created into either a digital or television movie version? Since the time I feel like Hollywood can't come up with new ideas.
Again, you're digging at that Hollywood thing. You know, after a while, it does become hard.
They've tried and failed so many times that it's kind of a scary proposition, I think, for a lot of studios to do that. I mean, you had good movies like Iron Man, The Avengers, Guardians of the Galaxy, Walking Dead was probably one that was probably pretty popular. Then you have, if you go into the anime side of things, obviously you have like the manga being kind of transferred over to anime.
And then you have like
and things of that nature.
the Harry
too.
Potters and the
Game of Thrones,
like
Hunger
just-
Games,
and like how many?
Yeah.
The Outsiders was a book.
yeah,
Yeah, so I mean, like, you know, movies have been made about books.
Dune,
Yeah, movies have been made about comic books.
yeah,
And like all kinds of stuff. And this like even Godfather was a book, right?
yes,
Yeah, Godfather was a book. So I feel like this is something that they've been doing for years. As far as like original ideas for like movies, there's only so many stories to be told. So it's kind of hard to
Well, I think what you find with a lot of comic books too is they get tied into a lot of things, right? There's not necessarily shows or movies about a comic book, but then a comic book character appears, and you're like, oh, that's that character from that comic book.
yeah.
You know, that happens in Marvel '97 a lot recently too, where you have random characters just popping into the show kind of out of nowhere, or just like even Morph randomly turns into random comic book, superheroes, and
Yeah.
you're just like, oh shit, he turned into so and so. You know what I mean? And I think those are hints at like what's to come. I think a lot of the times.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So
Or it could just be like a one-off, just
or
to,
it could
like-
just be a one-off,
Yeah.
and then it could just be a reference. But there's too many comic books to be made into movies. But there were fails too. Green Lantern, I think, was a fail. Like Elektra was kind of a fail. The Punisher didn't really do very well. Venom was kind of like lackluster.
I like the first Venom.
I did too, and Chase hates it.
really.
Yeah, he hates it.
Ugh.
And I'm like, Chase? I have that reaction with him sometimes. I get it. If you're watching, buddy, we love you. But that's the thing with Chase is I love about him too, is that he'll push that line sometimes where you're like, whoa, hold on, slow your roll a little bit.
Yeah, you're the yin to
You're
his
telling
yang
me
and...
French fries are better than a baked potato?
Oh man, don't get me started on that. I was so okay. So, what was this, like 2-3 shows ago?
Yeah.
Oh man, if you're gonna take a dig at Chase, like now's the time. But it was like 2-3 episodes, and he was like, "Fuck Zippies." I was like, "Okay,
Yeah,
wait, hold on,
yeah.
hold on. You lost me. You lost me."
We ate at Zippy's after your wrestling show, FYI. So bring that up next week, because we're gonna talk about that next week too.
What did he order? Do you remember what he ordered?
He got the Korean fried chicken.
Okay. Well, that's what everybody
I mean, it's a
gets.
staple.
Yeah.
It's a staple there. It's like Korean fried chicken, chili plate, spaghetti, or maybe the katsu. I don't know. What do you get? Oh, zip pack or. I'm always zip pack or
Yeah,
zip pack.
yeah. I always think it's funny when people get the zip pack for dine-in, and then just to see it like on a plate, like
Yeah.
just platter style, like
It's
on like
weird.
yeah, it's just weird. It's
On
weird
a
to look
plate.
at. Yeah, on a plate. It
You,
just
you
looks
want
weird.
it in a to-go bento box.
Yeah.
Like it's I agree. It's an odd sight.
But that was always my my field trip food was a zip pack.
Can't
Like
go wrong, dude.
I got the chili burrito.
No
Nobody.
terry beef, extra chicken.
Ooh, wow.
That's how I do it.
I don't know. I gotta have them all.
I know it's kind of like meant to be a variety plate.
Yeah.
I've also found that the chicken trio is kind of like one of my new go-tos now. So it has chicken katsu, Korean chicken, and
The fried chicken.
and the fried chicken.
Yeah. Oh man, I was just talking to somebody about this too. Like we're talking about because okay, so there was a point at Town Center where there was KFC, Popeyes, and then you had Zippy's fried chicken. And I forget who I was talking to about this, but we were talking about it, and it was just like, oh, it was Dan, White Dan. What up, White Dan? And
Not to be confused with Black Dan.
yeah, or Asian Dan.
Yeah, or Asian Dan.
But KFC can't beat KFC.
Wait, what?
KFC.
You can't beat KFC? Is that
can't-
what you just said?
No, I don't think you can. Like original recipe KFC,
Maybe.
because Popeyes only has crispy.
Yeah, but nobody gets original. Everybody gets. You don't get spicy. You're not doing it right.
Oh, okay, yeah. Even the spicy.
The original Popeyes, the original, like the non-spicy one, I can see the original recipe being better than that. But spicy Popeyes,
yeah, spicy Popeyes
is kind of
the jam.
king.
Yeah,
It's kind of king. To me.
yeah.
To me.
No,
You have a right to your opinion. We may fight about it. We may go, we may have a wrestling match right here about it. But,
I'll get the strap. It's in there somewhere.
who has the better biscuits?
Ooh, KFC.
Yeah.
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 Even like the mashed potatoes, like.
I like the Cajun mashed potatoes though. So I went to KFC not too long ago, and I got an extra
KFC
crispy
so long.
with the mashed potatoes and gravy and the biscuit. And I gotta say, man, Popeyes killed it. I was like, what am I eating right now? This is so. And I think the quality of the chicken wasn't that great. I think the quality of the chicken went down.
For Popeyes.
No, for KFC.
Ooh.
I think like the chicken was super bony, and
Sometimes I come across like real bony chicken at
yeah,
KFC,
when you get that like breast cut,
Yeah.
like you think there's gonna be a shit ton of meat on that motherfucker because it's huge,
Yeah.
and then it turns out you're just a lot of bones.
Yeah. That
a
chicken
lot of
was
bones.
malnourished. Yeah. There was no meat on that chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel you on that.
And I feel like Popeyes just has meatier chicken, but you usually only get you only get thighs and you only get dark meat at Popeyes, and that makes sense because it's like southern, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I guess so. Yeah.
So you only get thighs and you get drumsticks. I don't think you get the other pieces, do you?
No, I don't think so. Now that you mention
Yeah,
it.
because when I order like a 3-piece meal, it comes with 2 drumsticks and a thigh.
Yeah. All the time.
So I don't think they carry the white meat. I think they only carry the dark meat.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't been to KFC in a hot minute. But like Zippy's chicken, it's like, oh, what about Zippy's chicken? And I was
Zippy
like,
chicken's good, but they do all thighs too.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
think thighs are the key for fried chicken, to be honest. They're the juice, like the dark meat is the juiciest. Like the drumsticks and the thighs are the juiciest meat.
Yeah, and then but like, well, to me, I think the drumstick is just more about convenience. Like it's easy to hold. Like it's just one bone with the meat wrapped around it.
Yeah.
Like the thighs, you have to like pry apart. Like you can eat it with your hands, but it's like it's not the same.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the thighs only have one bone though, right?
The one in the like that.
Are you talking about the wing?
Yeah, the wing.
The wing. You're talking about the wing.
Yeah. So
That's true.
But-
I prefer drums when I get wings. I don't. Are you a drum or are you a
or
are
wing
you-
guy.
Or, yeah, flats.
Oh man, it's like either or. Like once you get the technique down of
yeah.
like how to eat the wing, then it's like it's easy.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
you just pop off that wing part and
Yeah,
then
and you
you
just
pull
kinda-
it out and yeah, and
There's this technique to it. Once you nail the technique.
Yeah, once you nail the technique, then it's can't beat it.
Yeah.
Can't
Digital
beat it.
aspects. His thighs always have the most meat for chickens. LOL. My mom used to be a manager at KFC. LOL.
Talking to a professional over there.
Shit. Did she? I bet she used to bring you home fried chicken all the time, though.
Oh,
That's
man.
a pretty sweet deal.
I know that is a sweet deal.
Like if she was a manager, you know, at the end of the night they had leftover chicken. She was just like, load that bucket up, motherfucker. I'm
Yeah.
gonna take that shit home.
There's only so many fast food places that you can put in the refrigerator and microwave the next day, and it'll still be pretty solid.
Oh, you know, KFC is one of those places,
Yeah.
though. Like leftover, it's better.
Ah, one of those places.
Yeah, but Popeyes is worse.
Yeah, because
Like-
I'm telling you, it's the crispy thing. That's
Yeah.
why, man.
Yeah. Popeyes fresh though, better.
Yeah.
Spicy.
Oh, wait.
better.
Spicy, yeah. I remember KFC used to get down with like some spicy stuff too, though.
All the time, and I got sick of it. It's still
Ooh.
our favorite food. LOL. Shit. I mean, I used to work at a place that served fried chicken too, and that was one of the perks of the job, dude. At the end of the day, when you had
Yeah.
like leftover, you got to bring that shit home. And Mo used to be like, dude, I have fried chicken in my fridge all the time, and I'm gonna get fat as fuck. And I'm like, yeah, well, it's free food.
I know.
You know, like you can, like it's hard to argue fried chicken, free fried chicken in your fridge. You know.
I used to work at Aloha Stadium.
And his mom likes Popeyes over KFC. So that tells you something.
We're gonna talk about that next show.
You know what? I'm gonna bring original recipe, and I'm gonna bring spicy Popeyes, and we're gonna have a battle.
Oh, like,
And I'm gonna bring the mashed potatoes too, and I'm gonna bring the biscuits.
you guys should do that. Like that's actually a really good idea. Like,
Right?
Like compare fat. Like,
Do
okay.
I gotta get Zippy's chicken too?
Yes.
I think so, right?
Local favorite. You got to.
Because I love Zippy's fried chicken though.
Like, okay, so I think you guys should do that. I think like have Chase bring in whatever.
So the nearest KFC is in Waikele. I
Waikele.
believe.
Yeah.
But we have a Popeyes and a Zippy's close.
Yeah.
So we'll work this out.
Like you know how you guys made the bet, whereas like not to rub it in, but like if the Niners lost the Super Bowl, you had to wear the Raiders jersey. You guys should do something where like you have like in some sort of situation, Chase has to eat a baked potato.
We got to.
Yeah.
I think we had an argument over I feel like we have this argument every time on every show, but like who has the best fast food burger?
Yeah.
But
Ooh.
I would
yeah.
win that hands down. A Wendy's Baconator would mop the floor with any other fast food burger. I'm pretty confident about that.
Depends.
Maybe Carl's Jr.
Oh yeah, Carl's.
We only have one, but
one
it's
on
legit.
Nimitz.
It's
The
legit.
one at the end of Nimitz.
Anytime I go past Sand Island, I'm always grabbing fucking a fucking double Western bacon cheeseburger.
And it's not even a real Carl's Jr. It's half of a gas
It's in
station.
a gas station.
Yeah.
But they do it right.
They do.
They do it right.
Nope.
I'm telling you.
Because I'm not going to lie, when I would go to Pro Ridge, that's where I would go.
Yeah.
Is because like that was pretty much like other than that was the only place you can go.
Yeah. It's true.
Because Milani had Burger King, McDonald's, Jack in the Box.
Yeah.
But you go to Pro Ridge and Carl's Jr. is right there. So it's almost like you had to.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like the only time I go past Carl's Jr. is when I'm like going to Ward or Ala Moana,
Yeah.
or sometimes when I go get my beer ingredients in Kalihi. I make the detour.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And it's so perfect too because like if you're on the way back, it's like right before,
It's
the,
right
freeway.
before the freeway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
They got a good spot. And that place is always banging like in the afternoons. Like when people get off of work, it's always slammed.
Oh, I bet.
Like, and I'm always like, that's when I'm always there. It's like around like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
And it's just like people just like waiting there for the food.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and it's the only one. It's the only one we got.
It's a shame. Why?
I don't know.
Carl's Jr. is a huge fucking chain.
I don't even
/
know
Hardee's.
what is at Pro Ridge now where Carl's Jr. used to be. But then again, it's been a while since I've been to Pro Ridge.
They ditched so much of the chains in that spot too, though. I think there's still like a Subway or something.
Yeah, there's still guarantee there's still the Subway there.
But I think Sbarro's is gone.
Because Taco Bell's gone too.
Yeah, and that was like the only Sbarros on the island too. I think was in Pearl Ridge.
And I think the Burger King by the movie theaters where McDonald's used to be.
Yep.
That's like one of the only Burger Kings.
The only
that
one
I can
is
think
in
about.
IAEA when you get off the freeway going towards like Best Buy. Straight Primo, thank you for the sub on YouTube. We appreciate
what's up,
you.
Primo? That's my homie.
Yeah, what's up, Straight Primo? And that
Yeah.
song was like perfect for you, you know? Oh, it's not that. Where's my mouse? Oh, there it is.
Primo.
I love that.
Miss you, buddy.
Wait, I've seen Straight Primo before. That's a name that's familiar to me. Salute to the Night Marcher.
Yes, yes.
Have you been on this show before? We used to have a follower on my other podcast that was
Straight Primo?
might have been a Straight Primo too.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's my boy. It's my homie.
Welcome. Is it one of the wrestlers?
No. So I went to school with him, but like we never hung out in school, and then but he's like one of my my day one supporters for wrestling, man. Like he was at the show that I debuted. So when I my first wrestling show that I was ever on, it was a promo, and then I come out and the boss introduces me, and then I attack the boss, and that kind of like set up the first time that I became a Night Marcher. So
So he's there for the like origin story.
yeah, been there for a whole bunch. They went to recently. They went to like one Hawaiian Brian show, but yeah, man, like he was there for my first show, my first match. He oh yeah, look, inappropriate bar talk. Yeah, look, he used to follow you.
Oh shit! I was like, okay,
Oh,
this is the same dude.
Dude, you got
Holy
fans,
shit,
bro.
that's
Holy shit.
crazy.
Yeah, look at that.
What's up, man? I miss you too, bro. It's good to see you back in here. I'm like, dude, that's crazy. We always had this connection. We just didn't know it. Is that the case, or you were never on our other show?
No,
right?
no.
That's nuts, bro.
Yeah, look at
That's
you,
nuts,
man.
dude.
Holy
He was
shit.
always a great follower, dude. He was always in our chat. Thanks for coming back, man. Thanks for subbing, by the way, too.
My man Primo P.
Dude, now I know who you are in real life. Welcome back, bro. How you doing? It's good to see you. Always.
Yeah,
He was a great supporter too.
I'm gonna pop a beer and cheers to my man Primo.
Yeah,
over there,
let's
man.
do a shot to Primo.
Yeah,
How about that?
hell yeah.
Digital Aspect says, what about Chick-fil-A, Cane's, or Jollibee's fried chicken? I haven't had any of those.
Ooh.
Okay. Chick-fil-A, meh.
Chick-fil-A.
Fight me.
Yeah, no, okay, so I had Chick-fil-A down here, of course, when like the one in Ala Moana popped up. But I want to say the first time that I actually had Chick-fil-A was in Vegas, and the fries were cold. They have what was this like Polynesian sauce or something like that.
Oh yeah.
And that tasted like hell.
It's like sweet chili.
Yeah,
almost, or
no,
something
yeah,
like
it was very close to sweet chili, which I was kind of insulted by because like that's not even like anywhere like close to. It's like you know how just slap a pineapple on it and call it Hawaiian.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
it was kind of like that.
Like there's like generic teriyaki sauce, and then there's like legit teriyaki sauce.
Yeah, that's
right?
a good way to put it. But so Kendall, you know Kendall, right?
Kendall Grove.
No,
You remember him?
oh yeah,
The UFC fighter back then. I'm
Maui,
sorry,
yeah.
no, I don't. Kendall.
Kendall, ponytail, glasses. Well, he comes.
Oh
to
yeah.
CBP all the time.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
So
Yeah.
he got me a fried chicken sandwich from Jollibee's, and it has like it has all the lettuce, tomato, and then there's like jalapeno in there.
Yeah.
But that thing was fat.
Yeah.
Like the chicken in the sandwich from Jolly. I was like, holy shit, man! Like this is. And he was like, I'm gonna give you 3, and I was like, nah, man, I could barely do 1, like 2 maybe, but like 3, no way. Like so. My bad for sleeping on Jollibee's, but like
I slept on Jollibee's too. like, I gotta say that they're up there.
Yeah.
Jollibee's is like 9 out of 10.
Like the quality of food there.
Yeah, like so. I had Jollibee's chicken once before, but I think I didn't do it the right way. Because if you get it with the gravy and the coleslaw, and then you can get it with spaghetti too.
Yeah. They have spaghetti, which is nuts, right? Fast food that has spaghetti.
But that's like, I feel like it's like Filipino ripoff of Zippy's a little bit in a way, which is fine.
But it's fast food though.
Yeah. So, and there's I don't like spaghetti in like, sue me. I'm not a spaghetti person.
Oh wow, that's interesting.
I don't like spaghetti.
Why? Well, yeah.
It's just sauce and noodles. Like, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of red sauce.
That's fair. That's fair.
My biggest qualm. So I think I'm not a big fan of red sauce.
I have a friend who refuses to eat ketchup, and he's like, "Whoa, like why don't you just put a tomato on it?" And it's like, it's not that. No, it's ketchup. It's like sauce. It's like, no, fuck ketchup. And I'm like, oh Jesus, man, this goes deep.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, I get that.
What were you saying about? Sorry, about you were just saying the meat there.
For Jollibee's. Yeah. So yeah, the chickens, like just and I've had the burgers at Jollibee's, and those are pretty solid. But I've never tried the spaghetti. Like, I'll eat spaghetti.
I haven't tried it either. I heard it's sweeter. Like the sauce is sweeter.
The spaghetti?
Yeah.
Well, that's like Filipino style. That's why. Yeah. That banana sauce.
But I gotta say, I had it one day when I was in by Kamakana Ali. I had the I had the Jollibee's over there, and I was very surprised by how good it was.
Yeah.
Like because I had it before, and I swear to God, I think I had it at Seafood City. Right? They have a Jollibee's in there, and I had it, and I was super psyched about it, and I tried it, and I was like, this is kind of bland and kind of lame. But then I got the one over in Kapolei, and I had it with the gravy and the mashed potatoes and shit, and I was like, dude, this is good. This is fucking good. It was really good. So, I don't know. Maybe it was just, I got, but the last time I had it was fantastic. Cane's, the chicken ain't shit without the sauce. Because their sauce is 110% reason why people go there.
Yeah.
Because if you go there, you need to get like at least 4 of those sauces. Because you dip everything in that shit. You dip the toast in that shit, the fries in that shit, and the chicken fingers in that shit. So Cane's sauce, 10 out of 10. Everything else, meh.
Because like that's it, right? That's all they have the chicken pieces, the sandwich, coleslaw, and the toast, and that's it.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah, I was actually shocked. Like, so obviously, when they first open, lines out the door, all kinds of stuff, whatever, and then I get inside, and I look at the menu, and I'm like, this is like that's literally it.
That's it.
Yeah,
and they kind of follow the In-N-Out. I feel like the In-N-Out formula, where it's like do something and do it good. And that's it.
Yeah.
Which I mean, the chicken fingers aren't bad. I think they're good. Like flavor wise, I think they're good. I give the chicken fingers like probably like a 7 out of 10. But the sauce takes that shit over the edge. And sometimes the sauce can be the thing that makes something the best.
Yeah.
So, and I used to love going to Cane's after basketball. And when I lived in Vegas. Because if they scored over 75 points or whatever, you get like a free Cane's meal.
Oh, shit.
Like you get a small mini Cane's meal, which was like 2 pieces of chicken, some fries, and some coleslaw.
Yo, I'd shoot my ass off.
And then I would get an order on top of that. So I'd have like six chicken fingers and like double the shit. And I would, get the little free box for whatever.
Yeah.
I was a fat ass. Straight people, y'all making me hungry.
Oh, yeah.
Cane's, though, not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad. Chick-fil-A, I got that about 2 weeks ago, and I was severely disappointed. Straight Primo, cheers, brother.
Primo P.
That's fucking crazy. You know him. Mm-hmm. Because I was thinking, wait, you're talking like this is my homie? And I'm like, wait, this is my homie. What is happening right now?
Primo P.
Worlds collide.
Yep. Tell Mom and Pop and Taylor I said, what's up?
Well, if you go to his next wrestling event, We got to meet in person, dude.
Yeah, come to a show, bro.
We got to meet in person. We'll hang out, have a couple drinks. But I'll buy you a beer. He was a straight supporter of our last podcast, like legit. So
That's what's up.
he was one of our more sane viewers. Put it that way.
Yeah.
But this is basically my new podcast now,
Smash Bros.
along with my buddy Chase, who isn't here today, but he'll be here next week. And this is the thing. This is the thing, bro. And I hope I get some. So I bought myself a new Stream Deck because I was sick of taking this one home and bringing it back every week. Because like balancing taking dogs out of my house plus booze plus like Stream Decks and water bottles and all kinds of shit, I was like, this is driving me crazy. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go buy a new one because shell out for it. I had my Best Buy points and I used them shits.
Hell yeah.
Got a nice little discount on it, and yeah.
This is super cool, man. Like I can't believe like how much like
Push a button, have fun.
yeah, no, I can't believe like how much effort and like and the amount of like technology that goes into like running these kinds of things. It's crazy.
Yeah, these things are great. You can use them for like editing video and stuff too. So if you want like hotkeys as opposed to pressing like Alt Control I or something, you can just set it to a hotkey on these things. You can. I don't have it set up. If I get a smart outlet that I can connect to this, I can control when my lights go on and off or dim them or raise it. Like, yeah, there's like all kinds of cool shit you can do with this. The camera, I can connect the camera to that. So if I want to.
Yeah, so like
in or
if
have
you
a
wanted
different
to
shot.
transfer to like different screens and whatnot, you could just put it on the button and it will do it.
Yeah, we do it all the time. Just like that. Bang.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh.
Throw on the back to the main screen. Just do that. Bang.
Yeah. A little behind the scenes right there for you guys out there, man.
Yeah, it's super cool tool.
Man, that's crazy. You know.
Hell yeah, I gotta check out another show. More. That one's a fun one.
And I can show you the promo that came from.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I know exactly where that's from.
Well, what was it?
It was Triple H and Brock Lesnar in the ring, and then The Rock, who was champion at the time, came out, and Triple H started talking smack to The Rock because The Rock interrupted Triple H and Brock Lesnar, and then The Rock threw that out there, and then
I love the Jerry Lawler in the background too. Like he like Jerry Lawler used to be one of my favorite commentators. Dude, him and
JR.
Yeah, we're the one of the better combinations of commentators ever. I think it was hard to beat that.
Well, it was a yin and yang kind of thing. So like back in the day, it was Gorilla Monsoon and Bobby Heenan.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah,
too.
so Gorilla Monsoon was the straight man, and Bobby Heenan was the foil. So same with
is that the term? That's because I don't know if I heard heel until I met you, and then I was like, oh, they're called heels, not just like the bad guy. They're called heels.
there, and there's actually like a lot of meaning that goes behind that. The term heel, that like I don't know if I'm supposed to talk about, but
like because you're a wrestler or because you want to wait till next week.
More the first one.
Okay. You can't. Oh well. Okay. Up to you. I leave that to you then.
I'll tell you off camera.
Okay. As a PC person, I feel like Apple people are better with editing and stuff. Thanks, man. Thanks. Yeah, the stream. I work hard on it, man. I just want it to be nice. Sorry, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
Oh no. Well, like Apple is built to be more user friendly, but same like the Samsungs. You compare the Samsungs to the iPhones. If you know what you're doing with because like okay, I have an iPhone, but like back in the day, like even now, like those SD cards, you get those like 2 terabyte SD cards, and it's like you could like It's like the world at your fingertips. If you know what you're
So-
doing with it.
I have a new S24. I just got this, and it's shaped kind of like an Apple phone now.
Yeah.
Interestingly enough, because it used to have the rounded edges.
Yeah.
Now there's flat edges. But you can't put an SD card in this.
Really?
There's no SD card
Oh,
slot. And I was
no.
actually very disappointed when I got it, because I was like, I just popped my SD card
Yeah,
from my
from
old
phone,
Samsung
yeah.
into
Oh,
this
what?
one. And I was like, there's no motherfucking SD slot. So, like,
What?
I could have had my 256 on here, my 256 gigabytes on here, and then my 256 gigabyte SD card,
Yeah.
and I would have been like solid.
Yeah.
What, you know? But nope.
Because the only reason why I switched to iPhone was because Instagram was only for iPhone.
Yeah.
And I was like, I gotta get on this Instagram thing. Instagram's it's the shit. It's what all the kids are on. You gotta be on Instagram. So that's why I switched over to iPhone. But yeah, back in the day, I was a Samsung guy. Fuck yeah.
I love my Samsungs. Though. I just I know Chase is Apple and I'm Droid. I never jumped to Apple bandwagon. You know, Apple's in a lot of fucking heat right now, dude. They're getting so much shit right now. They just lost their lawsuit with Epic. I hear that was one of the stories that Chase popped in the thing this past week.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, Epic Games sues Apple and wins. That was one of the topics we had in here. But I don't know. We can pop this video up real quick. I want to see what it says, what it's about. But this always happens.
Apple takes 30%. Epic Games sues Apple and says, hey, you're a monopoly. That's crazy. 30%? Apple says, if you don't like it, go somewhere else. And they're like, where? You own the market, and therefore you get to set it, but 30% is pretty crazy. Apple says, go f*** yourself. Epic says, I'll see you in court. Epic sues Apple. Epic wins. And then the floodgates open. Remember how I talk about precedents, right? Precedents when a court case is, people are afraid of court cases, and they like to settle out of court because if a ruling comes down, then it could change the game for everybody. Apple around and found out. Apple didn't lose any court cases for 2 decades, and then they lost one. And then the floodgates opened. And then the EU jumps in and
the EU
says,
just
hey,
jumped in
not
now, too.
only is that a monopoly, but everybody in the EU can now link outside payment systems. So Apple gets pissed off, and they said, you know what we're going to do? Apple bans Epic Games developer account and says they have a history of not following the rules. Apple takes 30%.
Yeah.
Epic Games.
Yeah. Apple's not the
The juggernaut that they used to be.
They are a juggernaut still, but they're not the controlling juggernaut they used to be. And more things come out about Apple every day that shows they're just trying to control their market, and specifically the market they own already, right?
Yeah.
Because iPhone, they're lucky that people are locked into this ecosystem, right? Because I've heard tons of people say, I want to get it. I want to get an Android, but I've tried to use it and I just don't know how to use it.
Well, because that's what I was saying is Apple is more user friendly.
And I don't know if that's the case. I think it's just something you're used to.
Well, I guess.
You know what I mean? And I feel like my phone's pretty easy to navigate.
Yeah,
personally.
yeah.
But if I go to my wife's iPhone, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Like, and I'm a pretty like tech savvy guy, right? But I'm like, how do I exit out of this? How do I just like hit the back button? Like, I don't know how this works. There's like on my Samsung when I'm in Google, if I want to go back, I just hit an arrow that says back.
Yeah.
In Apple, I push a button and it's like 10 windows pop open and I'm like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah.
And I'm like, now I don't know how to get out of this.
Like all the swiping.
Yeah.
It's more swiping.
It's swiping.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and it's a funny thing because my wife for Christmas, she wanted a MacBook, right? Because she's on the Apple ecosystem on her phone. So I said, all right, I think you're making a mistake, but I love you, so I'll get you a laptop. So I got her a laptop, and now she's like, I'm like, I think she loves it, but she's like, how do I use this? Because she's used to using a PC.
Oh, that's
because
crazy.
all I've had is PCs. I build my own PCs.
Yeah.
this computer here's that we use for the show is I built it, and the one I have at home I built it, but we also have a laptop at work that's not a Windows PC. So now I was like, there's gonna be a learning curve. Don't get frustrated, because I don't know how to fucking use this thing. So like, just because I watched a video on a guy who did like a 2-week trial with an app with a MacBook, right? And he's like, I'm making the switch. I'm gonna do this, and then he was like, he's like, I like it, but I don't know why it does this, and it's stupid, and it like drives me crazy, you know. And like, there's just gonna be a lot of that, and so she takes it to work with her. She takes it, you know. So she's like, I'm gonna learn how to use it. Basically, you got to learn a whole new ecosystem, dude.
Yeah.
A whole new way of working. Like, your production work is different.
So growing up, I always had like an HP
Yeah.
or well, like just always like Windows. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then, but when I got to high school, all the computers were Apple.
Yeah.
And then I had to like it was like, you ever came across something that was so easy that it was hard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My high school was the same way.
Yeah.
So my high school, we had a computer lab, right? But it was all Apple. So of course, transferring from my files from my Windows PC to an Apple PC to like say work on an essay that like say I would go into the computer lab like early in the morning, right? Because I was like, I didn't have time to finish it last night because I had football practice and blah blah blah. So I get like half of it done, and I'm like, fuck it, I'll just go to school and finish the rest when I get to school, you know, before I go to class. And I fucking get in there, and I'm like, you got to convert the file to a different file, and then it's not Microsoft Word. It's like a knockoff Microsoft Word.
It's like Notes.
And yeah. And the thing is Apple didn't have a good word processor.
Yeah.
You know, it's not meant for office work. It's meant for video production, art, you know, a lot of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like when I was editing video on an Apple, that was pretty advantageous.
Yeah.
Because A, they had the best hardware, and B, it made sense. Things were easy. But then on a PC, when it came to Word documents, Excel documents,
spreadsheets,
spreadsheets, surfing the internet, looking up, like downloading videos, and you're just like, what? Why are there two different file formats? Why do I need a converter? Why do I need to put shit on a fucking zip drive?
Yeah. Oh, I remember those zip drives, man.
I fucking hated it. So it's like driving a left-handed car. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still on an S10. So I was on an S20, and I upgraded only because I got the green lines of death. I was on an S20 Plus, and apparently this was a thing. I've had my S20. Well, obviously we're on the 24 now, so I can tell you, give you a good idea of how this has been out for at least 5 years.
That's crazy how Microsoft, because even like Xbox had like the red ring of death.
Yeah,
and that's crazy how like there's these indicators in these products that tell you that your shit's about to get shut down.
At least it had something that was like, yeah, your shit's fucked up.
It's like the check engine light, you know, like, oh shit, it's going down.
I love my Xbox, original Xbox. I love my 360.
Oh yeah.
But now everything that's on Xbox is on PC. So there's like no point in getting an Xbox really. And there was talk that they're not even going to make consoles anymore because if you have a PC that's as capable or better, there's no reason for you to have one.
Man, it's been a while since I had a PC though, I'll tell you that much.
But a PS5 is a different story because a PS5 has exclusives and different shit.
Yeah.
Stuff you can't get on PC. But with Xbox, anything that comes on Xbox is you can get on PC. So, and my PC would whoop any Xbox ass.
Yeah.
So,
man, but it's been a hot minute since I had a desktop computer.
You want me to help you build one? Let me know.
All right.
I can help you. I can just give me your budget. We can set. Actually, right now is a really good time to build your own PC. It was during the pandemic. It was a nightmare.
Oh shit!
It was a fucking nightmare. So graphics card that should have cost like $400-$500 was probably like $1,200.
Holy shit!
Yeah, no joke. It was insane. And then there was a mining craze going on during that time, crypto mining craze that was going on during that time.
I remember that.
And it was just, oh man, It was terrible. It was apocalyptic. Thankfully, I built this PC right before all that shit went down. But if I had waited like maybe 6 to a year later to do it,
would have been a hell of a lot easier.
it would have been like I would have been paying $5,000 for what should have been like $2,000 hardware. You know. I gotta go pee real quick. Can you hold it down?
Yeah, I'll hold it down.
Okay, I'll be back in 30 seconds.
It's all cool. I'm probably gonna go after
Straight
you.
Primo knows what this is about.
Oh yeah, Straight Primo straight up knows what this is about. So this is kind of crazy. I've never been left alone in this room by myself. Usually, if one of them have to go piss, I either have Chase or Chris with me. But now it's just, you know, I'm here by myself. Shout out to everybody. Oos Wrestling. Yeah, we're gonna do some cheap plugs then, I guess, while they're gone. Digital Aspects. He designed this shirt, which is really cool. Primo P, if you're still out there, holla at your boy. But yeah, I don't know. Like, there's viewers, but nobody. If anybody has any questions, start moving things. I don't know if you can. There's like nothing to like. Everything has its place. Miss Hot. So I was like, oh, I've never been left in this room by myself before. Because usually, if one of you guys go piss, then like, you know, I'll talk to, you know, either you or Chase. And then I was like, I don't know what to do. She was like, start moving things and see if they notice what's been moved. And I was like, I don't think I can move anything because everything kind of like has its place. If I were to move something, then like
you might have been able to get away with moving some of the action figures around.
I tried, but
I visually I can know what's on that side of the desk and on this side of the desk. But
yeah, so I tried to like I was thinking about like moving something
this moved?
small. No, so like I was gonna try. Okay, like I think if see, like if I switch this with that, I don't. Well, you might have noticed.
Yeah.
Like,
because it's kind of Star Wars on this side, and then it's kind of Marvel on this side.
I see.
And gargoyles, right?
Yeah.
Like this guy.
Ooh.
Oh God!
Sorry, Sinbad.
That's one of Chase's favorite gargoyles, so I feel like he needs to be front and center. Chase, we miss you. We hope everything you're doing all right, bud. We'll do a shot to you. How about that? You ready for another one?
Yeah. I'll take a piss real fast and then
Okay. Worlds Collide, May 30th. Guys, if you haven't got your tickets yet, Oos Wrestling, May 30th, on sale now on their website or through Hawaiian Brian's or through Eventbrite, I believe is who they go through. But you can get tickets for Worlds Collide. They sold out their last show, so don't wait till the last minute because you're going to get standing room only, ladies and gentlemen. But Oos Wrestling is dope. Street Primo, you better. The Kiko beat down McKenna. I will let him speak on that when he comes back. But we kind of want to wait till next week till Chase gets back because we kind of want to do a breakdown of the whole show. And Chase is my wrestling buddy, dude. Him and I, his family, and me and my wife, we're a group when we go there. We roll as one. So I'll let him say what he needs to say about that. But we're going to talk more about that show and break it down. And if you guys have Peacock, I guess check out WrestleMania this weekend. It's coming up. And we'll probably break down WrestleMania next week because I think I don't watch wrestling as much as I used to. So I probably won't know some of the names and faces, but I'm sure I know a lot of them. So,
what is it?
WrestleMania.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to watch it, and we can break down WrestleMania next week, along with the last show, Breaking Point, Oos Wrestling Breaking Point. But get the tickets for the new show at Hawaiian Brian's on May 30th. Worlds Collide. It's a Dragon Ball Z themed show to celebrate Akira Toriyama, who recently passed away, the creator of Dragon Ball Z. And it's to honor him, and I think that's pretty fucking awesome because we brought him up on the show the week he passed away too. And dude, Dragon Ball Z is probably the most recognizable anime ever made. I would say if you had to pick one that just the general public, even people who aren't anime people know, you can say Dragon Ball Z and people would be like, yeah, I've heard of Dragon Ball Z, duh.
I've never, not never, but like I don't watch anime, and that's the only one that I've ever like actually fucked with and got down into was Dragon Ball Z.
It's everybody's intro into anime. I think at some point in time,
that sounds about right.
Like if you're American, especially, maybe not if you're like Japanese, or in Hawaii, we're pretty in tune with Japanese culture and kawaii culture and manga culture and stuff like that. But if you're anywhere on the mainland, like Dragon Ball Z is where it kind of starts for like a lot of people, including myself. You know.
I think because there's so many characters that like it's easy to find one that you would relate to. I feel sorry for the poor sap that's out there. Be like, I'm Krillin. And it's like, oh, you're Krillin?
Who
Like,
the fuck is Krillin?
I don't know, but like
Nobody's
you know,
fucking Krillin. Nobody wants to be the redheaded bald child.
Yeah. No. Well, I'm not gonna lie. When I first started watching Dragon Ball Z, like that was my guy, Krillin. But then
You love Krillin, but he's not your favorite.
Yeah. He kept dying,
He always dies.
and I was just like, oh,
And Gohan's
man.
kind of a whiny bitch.
No. Okay, so that was my two was Gohan and Krillin.
Yeah.
You know, when I first started watching Dragon Ball Z, I was a little kid, and
Sailor Moon too.
Sailor Moon.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
If you were a female, I feel like Sailor Moon probably.
You know what,
probably
Primo?
more
I
Sailor
take that
Moon.
back. I take that back. I did watch Sailor Moon, and there was a show called Samurai Pizza Cats that showed after Sailor Moon. And
Samurai Pizza Cats.
hey, Samurai Pizza Cats, man, that was the jam. I
Yeah.
have no idea what like. I would love to watch the Japanese version of the show just because, like, Lord knows what they're dubbing over and what they're actually, like,
That
the story's about.
The dubs are never accurate.
Yeah, no, because even for Power Rangers, like, it never really followed the actual story of the footage, the Japanese footage that they were using. But
that Bandai guy, I think it was a Jewish guy, right? Like an old Jewish guy or something like that, or Palestinian,
yeah, he
or
was like
something
Middle
like
Eastern,
that, right?
Yeah.
But he
'cause
literally
it
was,
was,
like, I'm gonna buy this Japanese show.
Haim Saban. It was
Saban,
yeah.
Saban, right? Bandai was the toy maker.
Yeah.
But Saban, I want to say he was like Jewish or
Middle
Israeli
Eastern.
or Middle
I
Eastern,
wanna say Middle Eastern,
Palestinian, or
yeah.
something like that. Don't quote me on that, but he was Middle Eastern. We'll just say that.
No, I'm pretty sure you're right about that.
And he just bought this Japanese TV show called
Z Ranger.
Was it Z Ranger?
Yeah.
And he basically bought the rights to the footage to show it in the United States. And then what he did was just insert American actors in high school kind of having their normal drama.
Yeah.
And then took the footage from the Japanese show for all the fight scenes, basically.
Yeah.
Like, so every time they fought what were they called? Not Goonies?
Oh, the Putties.
The Putties. Why didn't you call them the Goonies? The Putties, and then the obviously the Megazord and all that shit.
Yeah.
That was all from the Japanese show.
Yeah. So anytime you saw the Power Rangers in their suits, it was all Japanese footage, which is why it looks way different than. And it was so like. I always think it's hilarious when you watch like these Godzilla movies, and like, you know, these gigantic monsters get thrown into these buildings, and it gets destroyed. Like villages and towns are destroyed.
Yeah.
From these crazy fights, and then it's like every week, man, every week you're just fucking up somebody's business.
Is he really protecting humanity? Or
Yeah,
what?
right. Like
that was the funny thing about the Kong versus Godzilla
Yeah.
movies was that
Did
they're
you-
literally destroying a giant city, and then everybody's still like, "Oh yeah, Kong was trying to save us." No, he like literally destroyed half of your
people are
city.
losing jobs.
Yeah, like,
Because-
you don't got a place to live. You don't got a place to work.
No.
The subway system don't work no more. You got no electricity.
Power lines
Yeah.
are just getting dropped left and right.
Nobody's getting saved. I would move out of that city and
Yeah.
just be like, I'd rather not be the city that Godzilla and Kong fight in all the fucking time.
See, like at least Dragon Ball Z had the courtesy to do
To
the shit
fight it in-
the middle of the desert
Yeah,
somewhere.
yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? Like if you're gonna knock down some rocks and boulders, that's fine. Like you know, you do whatever
Yeah,
you want.
yeah.
But like Power Rangers and like Godzilla in the middle of a town, like, and these kids have school the
There's
next
no
day.
way. There's no way. There's not fatalities.
no, not at all, not at all. And that's
Like you're not going to be happy with anybody when there's like 20,000 people dead in your city. You
Yeah,
know what I
right.
mean? Like you're not going to give a shit if they were saving the world or not.
Yeah.
Like you're going to be pissed. You know?
5,000 people displaced,
Because
but the
King
world
Kong
is saved.
decided to throw a building through another building to kill Godzilla or hit Godzilla doesn't make it right.
Godzilla
Like-
tears apart building and misses.
He's still a giant monkey. And
Yeah.
he's still a giant dinosaur when it fucking comes down to it.
Yeah.
Like, who wants that? Nobody wants that.
You know who loves Godzilla? Chris Wilde. Chris Wilde is a huge Godzilla buff.
Is he really?
Yeah, he loves that shit. He loves it.
Oh, man. Best of luck to Chris Wilde, dude.
Yeah, best of luck to you, man.
And that's why if you guys didn't come and see the last show, you missed out because Chris Wilde's last show was this past week, and he's one of the most electrifying wrestlers in Uso Wrestling.
He is. He really is.
And I'm not lying when I say that. And I think, yeah, you agree with me, right?
Oh, of course, of course.
I
I enjoy
great guy.
every conversation
Best
that
of
I ever
luck.
had with Chris Wilde.
We'll talk
so.
about that more next week too. But shots to Chris Wilde and to Miss Hotness. You know what? We haven't done one to you yet, and to Digital Aspects. Well, you know. Any teenage boy watched Sailor Moon. I mean, I admit it was on because my sister loved it in the mornings for cartoons. Who is your favorite sailor?
Jupiter. And if you wonder why I answer that so quickly, is because I did watch Sailor Moon. So, but
I think I was Mars, dude.
Sailor
She was
Mars had
kinda
the long
bad girl.
black hair.
Yeah, she's kinda
Yeah.
the bad girl, you know.
Sailor Jupiter was like a tomboy.
Yeah.
Sailor Venus had the long blonde hair, I want to say.
Moon had long blonde hair.
No, but she had the pigtails though. Like I think Sailor Venus had like just long Floyd. It was one or the other. I remember one had short blue hair.
Okay, we gotta look this up. Hold on.
Every time Tuxedo Mask showed up, I was like, "Get the fuck out
Yeah,
of here,
get
man.
out of here, you
Yeah.
fucking tool. We're already getting protective. I mean, they were our age, if not older, when we were kids. Okay,
Yeah.
so fair enough. All right, just for context, we were like young when this show came out. Okay.
Yeah, so that one. Okay, so
Oh,
I'll
wait,
go
Jupiter was a
Venus.
brunette, right? She was the green
Yeah,
one.
yeah. So I would say Venus, Mars, Moon.
She was Mercury, right?
Jupiter's the green-haired one.
Okay, Sailor Moon Center.
No. Jupiter's the
Yeah,
green
Venus.
dressed one. Yeah, Venus, Mars, Sailor Moon, and then who's the blue-haired one?
Mercury,
and then
Jupiter.
Jupiter. Yeah, but Jupiter was my girl, man. Like, look at her. Like, how could you not?
Yeah. Who doesn't like a brunette?
I know, but I'm not gonna like Sailor Mars, like real close second, guarantee. Sailor Moon, it was just because like the show is about her, so like you know I was always a secondary character person rather than the main character. But yeah, Sailor Jupiter, man.
I'm with you on that. She's cute.
Yeah,
She's got the best hair.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Like it's just different.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was never a short hair person either, so sorry to I mean, if you have short hair and you can rock it, then go for it. But that's just not my jam.
I think
so.
Mars was always the feisty one, though, and I think that's what I liked her personality.
I'll
better
believe
than the
that.
rest of them.
I'll take that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. All those puberty flashbacks.
Yeah.
Coming back to me.
I want to say I was probably like 5th or 6th grade when they came out.
That makes
Sounds
sense.
about right.
Because I was like 3rd or 4th grade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you guys? What was your favorite Sailor Moon character? All the women are gonna be like Tuxedo Mask.
Gosh. Dude was a scrub.
He was such a tool. Dude.
Yeah, right. Every time that rose came flying out through the sky, I was like,
Yeah.
"Get the fuck!" I was like, "Oh, man! Like, don't tell me."
There's a lot of like, you know.
And then the little sister at the bottom.
Was he the only male in the entire show? Now that I think about it, I don't know. I don't remember any other male being in the show.
I think so, just because like it was like okay, so not gonna lie, but like I feel like Sailor Moon was directed more towards girls. Like it was a girl show, so that would make sense.
Yeah, but you got the romantic hubby, the like Kens of the show. You know, you got the Barbies and you got the Kens.
So
you know?
Tuxedo Mask was the Ken of the show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
And
she was hot too. I remember her. The earrings.
Oh, I do not know who that is.
I don't remember who that was. Anybody?
That long-haired blue one though, it was not bad.
It looks creepy now, but like, come on, we were kids when.
Yeah, when we were kids, it was like.
Well, my sister was really into Sailor Moon, so, and I did watch it with her. You know what I mean? It's hard not to watch. Like, everybody has their turn on Saturday morning cartoons. And shit like that. You know what I mean? So it was like Ninja Turtles or Power Rangers, and then it was Sailor Moon, and then it was like Sonic the Hedgehog or something like that. You
Like
know
I
what
would
mean?
purposely either wake up early or stay up all night just so I could get my TV time in, because other than that, like,
Yep.
you know, once your older sibling wakes up, like it's their TV now, and then I just had to watch like Real World.
Lucky for me, I was the older sibling.
Oh, lucky you, man.
But I let them watch their shows. It's not like there was really anything else better on when
Well,
those
lucky
shows
you,
were
because my
on,
sister
you
didn't
know?
let me watch shit.
No?
No, not at all. Like the second, like, yeah, it's like, oh, we're watching this, and it's like, oh my god.
So
I
the
have to watch this
brother
shit.
sister but I always protected my little sister, whereas I think if I had an older sister, she'd probably be like, yeah, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, no.
I feel like it'd be a different complex.
My sister, to her credit, she'll never watch the show anyway. But to her credit, my sister would beat the shit out of people. My sister had a reputation in high school of like being the hugest bitch on the planet, and so, and then eventually as we got older, my sister had kids, and like, you know, she toned down a whole lot, and my friends would come over. So
you
my
got
sister,
out of that Titta mentality.
yeah. So my sister moved to California for a couple years and came back. And then when my friends saw her when she came back, they'd be like, "Oh, what the fuck is wrong with her?" I'm like, "I don't know. She's nice now. I don't know what to tell you." Oh wait. Venus. Okay. Yeah. Hey, you know what, Primo? If you love Sailor Venus, go for it, bro. Go for it. I support you.
Yeah. I don't think there's a wrong answer.
No, yeah. It's like who's your favorite Spice Girl?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know?
Yeah. Everybody had their jam.
Wait, Venus was... Okay, she was the blonde.
Yeah.
And I mean, any kid our age at that time would love short skirts.
Of course.
You know what I
Yeah, that's the sexy schoolgirl outfit right there.
Yeah,
man.
I went to Catholic school too, so
Yeah.
that says a lot. So
Did Punahou have uniforms?
nope.
Oh, no way.
No, I didn't go to Punahou at that time.
Oh.
Yeah, that was middle school. middle school, I had uniforms.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, so I went to public school, then private school, then I went to Punahou, but they didn't have dress code.
Oh, wow, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Because I know, yeah, like all the other private schools and stuff like that. Like I know Kamehameha had uniforms.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know if I ever told you this, but I went to Hanalani for a hot minute.
Ever try to look at the TV from a low angle?
Ever tried? No.
No. Yes.
Yeah. I know a few boys. Wow. Like that's. I'm not. Ah, man. Like you.
Oh man, I boys are such pervs.
Yeah, we are. We really are.
I'm not gonna lie. I remember playing like Street Fighter at
Chun-Li.
Yes.
Yeah.
You already knew where I was going with this, man.
Chun-Li, man.
You're like, you just wanted that one kick where you
I know.
got the panty shot. or
And
something,
and you know what?
Like, I feel so gross saying that, but it's true when you're when you're like fucking 12 years old.
you know
like,
the animators put it in there.
Yeah.
You know the animators put it in there.
Yeah.
Like
and Japan ain't shy about that shit.
No, not at all. Not at all.
You got a Japanese company, yeah.
Like
Not just boys, to be honest. Ooh.
I remember
It's kind of getting that glimpse of like and then you're like, oh, okay, that was, I mean, it wasn't that great, but it was still like, I still saw it.
But the crazy thing is that like we always used to say it's not the people who watch hentai, it's the artist who like draws it up. And like just think about what's going through their head.
Do they have all their fantasies fulfilled? Like these like legit artists who can like draw this shit.
Yeah.
Like they're just like,
Creators.
If I'm horny, I can just draw this.
Yeah, and bring it to life. Insane, right?
It's true. It's true.
This has to be one of the most perverted episodes.
Thanks for coming on, Brandon.
That I've ever seen from the Smash Bros.
You know, and I wonder. I wonder if it's like, no, I was gonna just say like, I wonder if it's just American culture that makes everything like so off limits. Like, because I know a lot of times like showing boobs and stuff like that is not even a big deal like in Europe and stuff like that.
No, yeah,
you know what I mean.
I'm with you on that. I feel like American culture is what demonizes it and like what makes it taboo.
Makes it Christian.
Yeah.
Or like maybe not, but you know what I mean.
Just makes it like
taboo is the perfect word.
Yeah. When every other culture in the world is okay with it, but like Americans are the ones who are the prudes.
Yeah.
The ones who are saying it's like, oh, you can't do that. Yeah. So, yes, we are a very prude culture. Yeah. See, so. You know, I'm not trying to like normalize it, but
I mean, it keeps coming back to that whole like, even with video games, like let's say GTA, right? When like people are like, you can kill hookers in GTA, and it's like, dude, it's a video.
Yeah, it's a video game.
It's a fucking video game, bro. Like,
oh no, yeah.
Like I don't agree with killing hookers. Okay, that's not what I want to do, but video games aren't the reason it happes.
Yeah,
you know what I
Yeah.
mean. That's the issue I have with it. I think more than anything, like it's just there's fantasy world and then there's like real world.
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. As long as you can like find that degree of separation, then like I don't know. I'm not trying to say that like it's okay or anything like that, but yeah, that's definitely a thing. So I went to,
but they made it seem like that's the only thing you do in the video game sometimes.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Like I bought this game to kill a hooker. I didn't buy this game to kill a hooker.
No, I bought this game so
to run over pedestrians.
Okay, we're digging ourselves a deeper hole, I think. But it was never a thing where you're like, I've been waiting to do this.
Yeah, no,
it's never
part
that
of the
creepy.
game. Yeah. I mean, okay, so like same thing with movies and things like that. Like that's the reason why you watch a movie. That's the reason why you play a video game, is to escape into, you know, a different world.
Fantasy world.
Yeah. So okay, I'll tell you this. So I went to Hanalani.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I know.
during the year we had uniforms. During summer school we didn't. And I got in so much trouble for wearing a Mortal Kombat shirt in summer school, just because, you know, the gore, the violence, and things like that. And I was like, it's just a video game. Like, what's the deal? Like,
yeah.
Do I have like a gigantic spike that flies out of my hand? Get over here! And like, you know,
ripping heads off with spines attached and stuff like that. Like,
oh, you're promoting violence. I'm not promoting violence. They're promoting violence. I'm just like playing the game. Like that's
my
all
parents
it really is.
played Mortal Kombat when I was a kid. They saw me rip people's heads off, and they were just like, "What is this?" I was like, "It's Mortal Kombat. It's like the best game ever." And they're
with
like,
the
okay,
best theme song
whatever.
ever.
Yeah. When the original Mortal Kombat came out, it was revolutionary.
Oh yeah.
Street Fighter 2 was great though, which was fairly close. But Mortal Kombat just kind of took it to the next level.
Yeah, of goriness and just that style of play and just the blood and the spikes and everything like that.
And I remember I had a Sega Genesis, right? So I could put in the blood code, ABACABB. I remember the code. I still remember the code to this day. That's how much it was seared into my mind. But I used to laugh at my friends with Super Nintendos because you couldn't put blood. There was no blood in the original Mortal Kombat.
For Super Nintendo?
Yeah, there was no blood.
Oh, that's interesting.
There was no blood. The fatalities were totally changed. When you knock a person into the spikes, they just kind of like lay there and they're like, I'm dead. But Sega was like, nah, if you want blood, you just got to put in this code. But it's easy to remember.
But it's kind of crazy because, especially with like Nintendo and things like that, so you would have the like the Japanese cartridge, and then you'd have the American cartridge, and it would be different.
You had to have the adapter for the Super Nintendo in the US, and you could find it here.
Yeah.
But I know that wasn't like an easy thing probably if you live on the mainland.
I know, dude.
Maybe
like,
it was. I don't know.
I remember the first time I bought Game Shark. Did you have a Game Shark?
I had a Game Genie.
Oh yeah, Game Genie. Oh, okay. Yeah. It's pretty much the same thing, dude. And that, like, you put the Game Shark in, and then you put the cartridge on top of the Game Shark, and then the menu would come up, and you just start like fiddling around and start like, man.
You had the book of codes.
Yeah.
You could put it in where it's like, you want infinite lives? Do this.
Dude, and like you could buy this book from Walmart.
Yeah.
So it was like it wasn't like it was hidden from anybody. It was just like, okay, if you want this shit, then like, you know, just the book with the codes. The internet is what changed everything.
It changed. Yeah, I agree. I was just gonna say that makes the most sense because once you had that information at your fingertips, and you could literally print out like all the fatalities instead of like buying Nintendo Power or something like that or Game Informer.
Yeah.
You didn't have to buy magazines anymore. You were just like, why would I buy the magazine when I can just search Netscape and I can find all the fatality, or Webcrawler or Ash Jeeves. You know, you could just, hey, what are the Mortal Kombat fatalities? And then you go to a website with a simple HTML text file that was like Sub-Zero shit.
Oh man.
Stuff. And I used to print it out. And if you had one of those old dot printers, you remember what that was about.
Yeah.
You know, and it would print out all your shit, and you would have your list of fatalities right in front of you. And you'd be like, all right.
You just tape it next to your TV. And,
Or you have your brother read. I had a little brother who would like, I'd be like, all right. He would play, but then we would take turns doing the fatalities, right? Like, so I would let him beat up my character. We would kind of fight for like a little bit. I remember this. We would fight for a little bit, but then I would be like, all right, let me beat you now because I want to do the fatality.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he's like, okay. And then I would let him beat me. Yeah. And you want to see the fatalities. Like, what's fun is Mortal Kombat without the fatalities?
That was the shit, though.
It was so much fun.
Yeah.
And I was one of the first people with like cable internet. So
Oh,
I never had.
yeah.
I never
Roadrunner.
had. I never had dial up. So
You never had dial-up?
Never had
Dude,
dial-up.
I had dial-up.
So my buddy had dial up, and I would go to his house, and AOL, you would have like 800 free minute cards.
Yeah,
of like 30 minutes or 60 minutes each. And then every time your time ran out, you would like load more minutes, because you used to get like free minutes in the mail or like in a newspaper.
Yeah, just some envelope would show up, and like you just pop the disc
It's like,
in, and
yeah, it's like 30. It's like 180 free minutes or something like that.
yeah.
And to think that people paid for the internet by the minute is kind of insane now too. Like that shit's crazy.
Oh,
but
especially
that used to be
now,
a thing.
yeah.
And that was the thing with dial-up. But then I remember Oceanic. Well, it's now Spectrum, but it used to be Oceanic. But they came out with Roadrunner, and I remember my dad being like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get that," and it was like $50 a month. It's cheaper than it is now.
Of course.
You know what I mean? But inflation and all that. But we got it, and we were one of the first places. And my friends used to come over and freak out and be like, "Yo, how many minutes do you get?" And I'm like, "There are no minutes. We can be on here as long as we want, and we don't get. My dad won't yell at me for anything."
Dude, because dial-up was wild, because it's like if somebody's on the internet, nobody can call your house because it was still landlines. Yeah, so like get off the phone. I'm waiting for somebody to call.
You had to have 2 phone lines.
Yeah.
You had one for your internet and one for your regular phone.
Yeah, I tell people that shit all the time,
Yeah.
and they lose their minds, and I'm just like, get off the phone. But like even I work with young kids and stuff like that, and I tell them, and it's like, you have no idea what it's like to call a girl's house and the dad answers the phone.
Oh shit.
And you gotta be like, oh hey,
can I speak to so and so?
Yeah.
This is Brandon. Can I speak to so and
This is
so?
Brandon from math
Who
class.
the fuck is this? Who are you? Why do you want to talk to her?
Right? It's like,
I got a book report I gotta finish, and we're partners on the book report. Hold on. And then we get like fucking almost like 10 minutes of silence.
Yeah, right. And then you just hear in the background, you better hurry up.
Yeah.
And it's like,
yeah. Don't call up my phone line.
I know. Oh man, like that was the worst. That was the worst. Like kids nowadays have no idea what that's.
Every dad would like answer the phone like, "Who is this?
Yeah, right.
Who is this?
Like, cause
this is Chris. We're doing a project. I need her help. This is Chris. Can you tell her I need to speak to her? Okay." And he'd be like, "Hold on."
Like,
and then you're just sitting there like, am I gonna die like tomorrow or what? Like,
back in those days, like the latest you could call is like 9 o'clock. If you call after 9 o'clock, then it's like,
why are you calling this late?
Yeah, right. It's like, I was just trying to finish up my book report, and I just wanted to make sure that everything was okay.
But the worst was like the girls that wanted you to call them, and then they were like, "Just tell them we're doing homework."
Yeah,
and then you. I used to have those two, and I would call a girl, and I'd be like, the dad would answer the phone, and I'd be like, "Oh yeah, we got homework due tomorrow. I just wanted to speak to so and so," and I was always super polite, right?
Oh, of course,
like but.
The worst would be when they would remember you, and it was like, "Is this Brandon again?" And it's like, yeah,
yes, Mister, yes, Mister, blah blah blah.
we keep getting paired up because our last names are like right next to each other,
yeah.
so it's like, I'm sorry. How's it going, Mr. So and So? Oh yeah, oh nice to talk to you again.
I was always very respectful. My parents were always like, just be very respectful. Like, when it was legit, like, homework stuff, they're like, you call, but just be very respectful.
No, I was a huge asshole.
And
I was like, can you just stop yelling at me for 5 minutes? come on, man. Like, we know each other at this point. Like,
Oh, Miss Hotness brings up a good one too, though. How about calling the movie line to avoid coming in late at night and waking up their parents?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I used to keep the line busy when school would call for ditching. Hold on. Hello, can I speak to so-and-so? Can I speak to Mr. or Mrs. Overton today?
Oh, they're not
Yeah,
here.
hold on.
Just click.
Just put the phone down. Not click. Just put the phone down.
Oh, let the,
just
let the voice
leave
message.
it. There was no voice message. There was none of that. It was just put the phone down and let it sit there with nobody. Like, you don't go tell your parents that the school office needs to talk to you. You just,
No, hell no. Yeah.
You just go, yeah, hold on 1 second. And then you just leave the phone down, and then they're like, did he just put me on hold without putting me on a hold? Like, without a hold? There's no hold. There's just
So, like, nowadays,
digital aspects is kids nowadays don't know the struggle.
oh, yeah, no, it's a real struggle, man. Like, it's, well, okay, so nowadays, I guess, like, this is their struggle. So, parents have their teacher's email. So, like, so back in the day, I would have to, like, beat the mailman because my report cards would get mailed in. But nowadays, like, a parent can just email the teacher.
Yep.
And, like, oh, how's my kids doing?
Oh, that's just electronic. Yep.
Yeah, and like
those days of getting away with shit aren't a thing anymore.
No, yeah. But like, so electronically, yes, it is harder, probably.
Unless you knew your parents' password.
Oh, and then you
which
just
was a
delete
thing back then too. Which was like, I figured out my parents' passwords because, like, there would be one time where I'd be like, "Dad, I need to get on the internet. Can you give me your password?" And then you would get it, and then you write it down, and then you'd be like, "Oh, I got it." Like, we were hackers before they were hackers.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, now your passwords, I write down the password, it's mine now. What about if your parents had that black box?
Oh,
and
I had
you
the black
wanted
box.
to get access
I had the
to the
black
secret
box.
channels. What is the PIN code?
Yeah, no, I had the black box.
Are you waited for the right moment where your dad came home drunk and just, like, put in the PIN code on the remote? And you were sitting there watching as a sober little kid, and you're like,
7328,
Yep.
7328, 7328.
yeah, I just put it in my head.
Yeah. 7328. I
This
seen
is
it.
a treasure trove of
saw it,
information.
yeah.
We were hackers before there were hackers.
I know. Oh, the scrambler.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the scrambler. That was the shit.
Oh, man, those days.
Like, that's how I used to watch WWE pay-per-views back in the day.
Yeah, me
was
too.
from that scrambler code, yeah.
Yeah, I had a buddy who had a scrambler, and he used to be like, "Yeah, man, I get all the channels."
Right? And then I didn't have to give my parents $40 every month to watch pay-per-views.
Yeah, and
I had to help me with a scrambler.
You're like, well, if you can get free wrestling, what else can you get? You know? All right. Hey, I'm going to go over to so-and-so's house after school. I'll be home by 6. Well, I got to go pee. Those are good times.
Those are the best times. They were the best of times. They definitely weren't the worst of times. Those were good times. Skinamax. Yep, I had HBO. I had Cinemax. Playboy Channel. Funny enough, the Playboy Channel was on channel 69, which was hilarious to me. Hello, doggy. Pretty sure you're not supposed to be in here, but you can hang out. Chris will probably end up kicking you out, but it's cool. Yep, HBO After Hours. That's what it was called. Was it? They had Real Sex. They they had all kinds of other shows and movies and things like that.
Oh, I see my dog's made her way in here. Brandon, what were you saying about me while I was gone? I don't.
Oh, nothing. Miss Hotness was talking about HBO After Hours, and I was like, oh yeah, I had HBO After Hours, Cinemax, all that stuff.
Taxi Cab Confessions was gonna be the next thing I said. You read my fucking mind, dude. That was the next thing I was gonna say. Taxi Cab Confessions. You were just.
That was reality TV before reality.
Yeah,
TV.
that was like before real world shit.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I feel like that was one of the things where like people would just start like fucking in the backseat of a cab,
dude,
and you're just like, what am I watching right now?
You could probably show Taxi Cab Confessions on like actual cable nowadays because it's so tame compared to like the other shit that's out there. Like you could probably put Taxi Cab Confessions on actual cable television as compared to from like back then to now.
It was such an interesting show. Is that on HBO still? It might still be on there.
I don't even know if that,
because it was on HBO originally.
Yeah. If you imagine, oh man, I'm gonna go on my HBO.
Yeah,
Max
I'm gonna
and
go
see
check
if
that out, dude. I'm gonna go check that out.
Dig up Taxi Cab Confessions.
It was like that and Cops were like the first like real reality shows.
Yeah, definitely.
And then you had Real World, which was also kind of nuts when it came out.
Yeah.
But MTV was like the network at that time too for like kids our age, I feel like. And they were the first ones with like an Adult Swim too.
Oh yeah.
Because you had Eon Flux, The Head. I don't know if you remember any of those shows. The Max
on Cartoon Network,
on HBO, or not HBO, MTV. They used to have an MTV like late night, and it was The Max, The Head.
Oh, they had like Dr.
Eon
Drew
Flux,
and Undressed.
Yes.
And
there were so many like crazy late night shows on MTV.
I know. College was nothing like that, by the way.
College was mild. Like when I went to college, I was like, I seen all this shit already.
Yeah, college sucked compared to like the shit that MTV put out there. You lied to me.
And nowadays, kids are just
doing all
if you got internet in your room, in your bedroom, like I don't know, like I don't have kids, but I don't know how you could let like kids have internet in their room anymore. Like nowadays, if I had that kind of access when I was a kid, I would have looked up every single thing.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
Oh
like,
wow,
it's crazy to think of that. Like. Do you remember the Max the Head Rowan? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so look, Miss Hotness and me are on the same. Miss Hot Mess and me are on the same wavelength right here. That shit was crazy. It was Eon Flux was literally people tongue fucking each other the entire like episode.
No shit.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was like a cyberpunk Matrix-esque kind of anime show.
Oh, that's what it was?
It was fucking weird. And then the head was this dude with a giant head that had an alien living in it. And the alien was like his alter ego or his conscience in a way. So whenever the alien had an opinion or something, this dude's head would split open and an alien would come out of it. Do you remember that shit?
No,
you don't remember
don't.
any of that?
No.
Bro, we might have to look this up.
Yeah, no, yeah.
You never heard of these shows?
Max the Head?
There was Max, the Head, and Eon Flux were the ones that I remember the most. But that shit was nuts.
Cause like to me, the shit was like
yeah.
My sister would watch MTV, and then she'd like go to sleep or whatever, and then
okay,
whatever was left, I would just leave it on there. I just like was too lazy to change the channel, so.
So this was Adult Swim before Adult Swim. The shit was weird, bro. It was like I'm telling you, this is Adult Swim shit before Adult Swim. That's what I'm talking about. Like. MTV was one of the the first ones to do this.
Well,
shit.
it's kind of giving me like Beavis and Butthead vibes.
Yeah. Well, Beavis and Butthead was part of this whole thing too, I guess. But
MTV's Oddities presents
Oddities,
Level with Me,
MTV
Doc.
Oddities.
Is there anything you can do?
I'll be honest with you, Jim. Your condition is unique.
Poor bastard. The Head. Premieres tomorrow night at 10. Plug in and stand back.
That's totally Adult Swim, though, right? Like, when you think about it.
Yeah. Well, I feel so. I remember watching like Space Ghost.
Yeah. Oh, that was Cartoon Network, though.
Yeah.
Space Ghost Coast to Coast is still one of the best shows ever made.
Like,
I don't care what anybody says.
To me, like Space Ghost was kind of like a raunchy Johnny Bravo. Like Johnny Bravo was already like raunchy as it was, but like Space Ghost was like,
oh, they made a movie. I forgot about that.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. No, Space Ghost. I still have the DVDs of like seasons like 1 through 6.
Yeah.
Like but yeah, this was Eon Flux, like, and this was on MTV, and this shit was kind of crazy too, where it was just this is how the show.
Don't lead me, don't follow me, and don't push me. I don't want your utopia. It smells funny. So you go your way and I'll go mine. Live and let live. That's my motto. And if you disagree, I'll destroy you.
Eon Flux premieres Tuesday, August 8th at 10.
I think the same voice actor too, but you don't remember any of this?
I don't. I really don't.
That's crazy, man. Like, yeah, that was the whole show, dude. Yeah, Eon Flux is dope. They actually made a movie out of it, but
that's nuts.
There's so many. They called it MTV Oddities. That's what it was called. Max Headroom.
Like, I remember.
We all know Max Headroom, but
I remember like Daria.
Oh yeah.
I remember a show called Undergrads. I think that's what it was called. And then, like, back in the day, like, see, and that's the thing, like, back in the day, like, fucking MTV was, like, kind of taboo. And it was like, oh, man, like, the shit that
mostly
MTV
because
put
of
out
Beavis
there.
and Butthead.
Yeah. Beavis
Because your
and
parents are like, are you watching Beavis and Butthead?
Yeah.
Turn that shit off.
Oh, and it was it was just so iconic.
My parents can hear me right now, I guarantee it.
It was just so iconic. Beavis and Butthead, just like the like their catchphrases and the things that you would hear, and it was like the like when you heard that, like you just automatically knew that like you were watching Beavis and Butthead.
Shut the fuck
Shut
up.
the
Beavis.
fuck up,
Shut up,
Beavis.
Beavis. You butt munch. Yeah.
But like
this is the max, dude. And I had this comic book, by the way.
Coming from MTV Animation.
My mind wanders across all the lonely, misguided people in this dark city.
It's wet, dark and wet.
Full of people who are experts at avoiding reality.
It's the kind of weather that penetrates. Dark and wet.
With good reason. I'm not sure any of us wants to know what goes on out there at 3 a.m.
I did it all for you, Julie.
God knows who doing God knows what.
The pain, the sex, it was all for you.
Best not to think about it. Just push it down and go on. Lots of other people could use my help, but somehow I always come back to old Max. He really thinks he's some kind of flaming superhero. Not that the city couldn't use one.
He's big, he's purple, he's heroic.
They come out of the ground, pulling me down. I have to fight back or be destroyed.
He just may be out of his mind.
Oh, God. It's starting to come back to me now. The gods who eat mountains, the flying dragons, the leopard queen.
The Max, ruler of the jungle, scourge of the city.
A few women who can't take care of themselves get messed with, and you ride to the rescue. Who are you to assume responsibility for their lives?
I am the Max.
Turn-ons, Pez, Cheers, and Justice.
You killed my hostage.
I would love for
My hostage.
Japanese culture to like dub over American stuff. Like, I mean, this kind of gives me like anime vibes, I guess.
It was nuts.
You killed my hostage!
Turn-offs. Serial murderers.
Don't you lovely ladies have something you could be doing right now?
Vicious sharp-fang parasites. Bubble baths. Journey to worlds undreamt of. With the Max, you've never seen a hero with feet this big.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy, dude.
That is crazy.
That's like that was Adult Swim before Adult Swim even existed. It was. It really was. Like all this shit was like so weird and out there. And you had Beavis and Butthead, sure, but this was like, it's like when you watch Adult Swim and you can watch all these like crazy weird anime shit and cartoons before, and then you get to Family Guy or you get to like Bob's Burgers or something like that at the end. It's like, I had the Max comic too. Is that the voice of Duke Nukem? It could be. He did a lot of. I think that's the guy who did a lot of like movies though. It was like coming this fall, you know,
Sounds
like
it.
you know. But that's what the guy from Adult Swim sounds like too.
Yeah.
So it might be that same guy too.
It's not a hard thing to pull off. All right, I'm gonna piss real fast.
They're gonna make a movie about the Max.
That'd be crazy.
Dude, the comic book was sick. And I have the comic book somewhere in this house. Somewhere in here, I have my treasure trove of comic books. I don't know where it is. It might be in an attic.
Comic book is the Max stuff?
Yeah. Yeah, that was a comic book. I don't know how much of that other stuff was a comic book, but the Max definitely was. And I had the comics. Digital Aspect said I had that comic, LOL. Yeah. The Max was, yeah. I don't, okay. It could have been Todd McFarlane, who did Spawn, obviously. But that one makes sense. I think you're right. But I'm pretty sure I have this one. Pretty sure I have that. And good to know it goes for $4 these days. And I might have had this one. Was he a DC comic? Yeah, I don't know.
No, yeah. So growing up, like, if anything, I was
Shit, you want to buy this shit on DVD? It's available. That's crazy. You can still buy DVDs.
So like, I was a South Park kid. So like, I remember when South Park came out. I remember how controversial it was, and like, kind of crazy to think of at this point, to where like, I don't know if this is just my perception or anything like that. On like what would, like whatever it was. I'm pretty sure a lot of people go through these times in their lives where something comes out that like people question and whatnot. But it was like South Park, Eminem, and then like Marilyn Manson and things like that. Like,
Yeah.
like the things that.
Well, that music in that intro scene was Marilyn Manson.
Yeah, see, so like
Yeah.
the things that come out in your lifetime that you know, parents are supposed to like watch out for, and it's like make sure your kids don't watch this kind of stuff and whatnot. But that was me back in the day. It was like South Park and Eminem, like that. And culturally, look at it now, like those things are still around. So you know, but like, yeah, that's just Max, this big head guy and all this other shit. That's fucking, that's wild shit.
You never seen that before?
No, I don't think so. At least I don't remember seeing anything.
Yeah,
like
that was
like, especially like back in the day.
Yep. Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy watching it as a kid. Like I would watch it.
Of course.
And I would usually wait till my parents went to bed. And then I would like sneak out to the living room and start watching it. And I liked Eon Flux, obviously, because she's like a scantily clad hot chick in a like suit, but then she's like shooting people in the face with guns. And it's like kind of nuts. But you know. But it was a weird show, but it was like I don't want to show the like
Too
she
much
had
of it.
like a love affair with the dude in the show, and it was literally tongues like snakes, like wrapping around each other. It was like crazy shit. Digital Aspect said, "Yeah, it's like a image comic." Yeah, so it could have been.
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense.
So
because Image was definitely
McFarlane-
more on the kind of like more adult comic books, as they would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was saying earlier, I'm going to the UK and billing and thinking of grabbing Chase, Logan, and you guys special Lego magazines from over there. That'd be awesome. Appreciate you. That'd be fucking great. Music Maverick says, Image, yes, please do, cuz. Hey, what's up? Also, Chris, bring up the Youngbloods. It's a comic series that came out at the same time. Same stylish. Okay, we'll check that out. Miss Hotness said, by the way, huge hugs, hun. Love you. Love you too. Have a good night. Are you out of here? Is that why you're saying that? If you are, have a good night. We know it's late on the West Coast right now. It's about...
I think East Coast, because she said she's
East Coast.
right
Yeah,
next to,
it's
because
way late.
WrestleMania is in Philly, and then she said she's right by oh shit,
Chase, what are you doing? Why are you on the... Who's Music Maverick?
That's his jam. That's his jam. That's his
Are you Music Maverick? Are we gonna do a shot together though, bro? Miss Hotness, Hot Mess. I call you Hotness, but you know, Hot Mess.
if you like kind of
But I'm gonna call you Miss Hotness. That's fine. Because I've had quite a bit of shots, and so has Brandon. So
we're like three. Like
yeah,
three I'm feeling all right though. I'm still doing good.
Chase, we love you, bro. Glad you're in the chat. Why are you on a different fucking name, like a weirdo? And Mo is in the chat.
No.
I bought JMO Black Barrel just for this because
Oh,
you wanted
shit.
to be in the atmosphere. What we got going on right now?
Of course, we have to take a shot if Chase got some JMO on.
Yeah,
him.
let's. Shit. All right, you down?
Yeah.
I'm feeling it. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, me too. But like I'm still doing all right. My words aren't slurring too much. Still kicking. So, man, that's crazy. Getting a lot of early life flashbacks with the Sailor Moon stuff and all that other jazz.
I know. I'm like tapping into a part of my childhood that I haven't tapped into in a while. And it's kind of nuts. And you grew up here, so you and I are like going like, fuck. You remember the Sailor Moon Power Ranger days?
Yeah.
Like Dragon Ball Z days.
So, of course, I knew that we weren't gonna talk so much about wrestling and all that stuff, and I was like, man, like when it comes to like nerd culture and like geek culture, like I really don't know a whole lot. I was definitely more on the Power Ranger, Ninja Turtle side of things. I actually didn't really watch XMen until the movies came out. So when I went back, not went back, but like, so I watched X-Men 97, right? Yeah, so I watched X-Men 97, and it was easier to relate because I watched the movies because I didn't watch the cartoons that much. But yeah. At least like I understood the dynamic between Professor X and Magneto and things like that. Because in the second episode, spoiler alert for those who didn't watch it. Sorry if you didn't watch it, but Charles Xavier left everything to Magneto, and
that was like his will and testament.
Yeah,
right?
was to leave everything to Magneto.
Magneto needs to take over.
Yeah.
And they were best buds back in the day, so it kind of makes sense in a way that they were the ones who started the whole school.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that Magneto would be the second in command, despite him like fighting the X-Men all the fucking time.
A completely
in the original
different view
X-Men,
of like how the relationship between mutants and humans should be dealt with. And even the relationship between Magneto and Mystique and things like that, and like Rogue and like the relationship between Wolverine and Rogue, or not Rogue, Jean, and the relationship between Cyclops and Jean and things like that.
Well, there's a relationship between Magneto and Rogue, obviously.
Yes.
Which, if we go, well, let's do this shot first. And read some comments. I bought JMO Black Barrel just for this. Music Maverick. Why you're not using your real name and saying incognito's creeping me out. Eskimo Overton says, take one for me. Cheers, babe. Miss Hot Mess says, Miss Hotness and her randomness says, you haven't had enough yet. Then and Mo and they need to take one for me as well. It's 1:37 a.m. here.
And you're still watching us. Thank you so much.
10, 11, 12, 1. Yeah.
6 hours, yeah.
Yeah, they got the...
And you mentioned earlier, Miss Hot Mess, that she lives kind of, not down the road, but she lives near WWE headquarters, which I think is amazing, which means she must be near Connecticut, the Connecticut area, because that's where they are in Stamford.
And that's definitely East Coast.
Yeah.
Digital Aspect says, I grew up on TMNT. That was my thing in the 80s, 90s. Turtles was the best.
It
Toidles.
still is.
Who's your favorite Toidle?
Yeah. Digital Aspect. So which Ninja Turtle are you? That's always a fun question.
Who are you?
Oh, man. The cliche answer is always Raphael, because
is it the cliche answer?
No, actually the cliche answer is Michelangelo.
Yeah, thank you. I think Michelangelo's the cliche answer.
Well, because it's a cartoon and because everybody wants to be the fun-loving person and all that stuff.
I'm Donatello.
Oh, wow. See, nobody says that.
Yeah, I'm always Donatello.
To me, his weapon was always the most practical.
Oh, he said Raff or Bust.
Raff or Bust. Yeah, see?
I get the love for Raphael, but...
Misunderstood person.
So I think of like the nerdy turtle who's like also kind of like just forceful, but not. Yeah, Donatello, my boy. Donatello. Purple Donatello all day. That's my thing.
You know what's funny? Because like the people say Donatello, everybody's like nerd. Leonardo is actually the nerd answer.
Yeah?
Yeah, because he was the leader. He was the one who's in charge of the
I feel
group.
like that's the alpha answer almost.
Really? Because I love Leonardo. The more or less because of the protector. He was the protector of like he took care of his brothers.
I feel if you like Leonardo, you like Captain America, or you like
that all makes sense.
You know, like leaders, the leader characters.
Well,
right?
I like Captain America because
Or if you watch X-Men, maybe you're a Cyclops guy or maybe Magneto guy.
Not a Cyclops guy. Definitely more a Magneto guy.
Yeah.
Just that protective mentality of see, look, Leo is the square answer. Of course you would say that. Of course you would say that. It is not the square answer.
Donnie is the what? Oh, the nerd answer. Yeah. Sorry, YouTube keeps a stupid heart thing in the way of my chat for some fucking reason. Can you get it off my screen? No, I can't. Anyway, Donnie is the nerd answer. Yeah, true story.
Mikey fans are still huffing Peyton doing. That's fair. That's fair.
Smoking weed.
Yeah.
Smoking weed. Probably surfing on the weekends. You know, probably being like, yeah, man, life's just a journey, bro.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I like anchovies on my pizza.
But so I always loved Leonardo, not like and not just because of the leader mentality or the protective mentality, but just because he was the most level-headed. And Leonardo could have fun.
You know, people give the first Ninja Turtles movie hate, but that was the deepest Ninja Turtles movie you can make.
It was.
It was almost like a Steven Spielberg movie in a way, where you're like, Raph was like hurt in a bathtub for a long time, right? Because he got beat up by the Foot Clan, and then Casey Jones kind of saved him from the fucking burning building.
So I would even say that the first Ninja Turtle movies, the first Ninja Turtle movie was a Raphael movie.
It was.
Yeah,
because it was all about like taking care of him.
Yeah. And even the second one,
yeah,
he went after the Shredder by himself. He got caught. They had to rescue him. Everything like that.
It's like, if you're not gonna do it, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
That was always his mentality.
Which is why I always like loved the and I think that's that love-hate relationship between Leonardo and Raphael was like the two different dynamics of how the group should be ran.
It's almost like Raph should get stuff done, but he doesn't. But he's the only one with the guts to do it.
Yeah. You
know what I mean?
See, that's fair. That's totally fair. And then
Eskimo says, Michelangelo here, who's the orange turtle. Yeah, you're a hippie. I love my wife, but she's my hippie.
Second one is the best. Yeah, to an extent.
Go ninja, go ninja, go ninja, go ninja, go.
So I'm not gonna lie, Secret of the Ooze was the most fun one to watch.
Yeah, the second one was great.
Yeah, it was the most fun one to watch.
The first one was kind of too deep. I feel like it captured the story, but it tried to make too much out of too much.
Well, because
but the comic book was very dark.
Yeah, but at that point, all American audiences knew was the cartoon.
Yeah.
So it's supposed to be fun, but Leonardo's he's not the equivalent to Cyclops.
We got DSJ Wrestles in the chat.
Where's
hey,
DSJ?
What's up, man?
Where is he?
DSJ, Raph has guts, but temper makes him blind. Yeah.
Fuck you, DSJ. Your opinion is moot to me.
Leonardo is equivalent to Cyclops. I agree. Leonardo is the equivalent to Cyclops.
No. Leonardo did not carry the burden of what Splinter put in front of him.
He carried the burden of all the turtles, no matter what they wanted to do.
He
He always tried to keep those guys in line, but everybody had their own personalities.
Yeah, which
Donnie was kind of hand in hand with Michelangelo, because Donnie didn't want to do what Michelangelo did, but he was always like, why not let him have fun, dude? Let him have fun. Why the fuck are you telling him not to have fun?
Donatello,
like, stop being such a party pooper. But at the same time, he was like very logical about stuff, right? Like
Donatello. So in the same way that Michelangelo had fun, Donatello had fun, but he had fun in his own way. He found his fun in the nerd stuff and like all the machines and everything like that. So like the way that Donatello had fun was more acceptable in the way that Michelangelo had fun. Michelangelo skateboarded and did all his, like, you know, did his thing, smoked weed, whatever. And
the chat's blown up now out of nowhere. Hey, 13 viewers, bro. We're about the 10-viewer hype. Hey guys, thanks for joining in. We got Music Maverick. We got Miss Hotness, who just bowed out, I believe. We got Eskimo. We got Digital Aspects, and DSJ just joined the chat too.
You know what? I will because I will not have a conversation about Titanic unless you're here. So if you have anything to say about that, I'm gonna wait till you're here to have that conversation, because anything that you have to say about Titanic, you have to be here for that.
Ooh.
So
hit a soft spot. The Titanic.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. But yeah, like, every turtle was relatable in their own way.
Who are you taking? Who are you taking? Take the turtle that means the most to you.
They all mean a lot to me, all four of them. Oh, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. All right, DSJ, you want me back. Titanic was a good movie. Wow, you guys are just like wilding out on these comments, which is crazy. Anywho, it's your boy McKenna Cruz, just hanging out, doing his thing.
Get another beer. Get another beer. We need to tackle all this. All you guys coming in the chat. Guys,
I feel
thank
attacked.
you for being here.
I feel attacked.
If you aren't here, if you haven't been here before, 12 viewers, thank you guys. Thank you for coming into the chat. We appreciate you. I am going to be revived. I'm not going to drink for a minute because I want to respond to all you guys about Ninja Turtles. Donatello was the best. Leonardo is a square. Okay? Michelangelo is a stoner. If you guys are stoners in chat, Michelangelo is a stoner. And if you are Raphael, you're mad at the world. And that's okay, because you want the best for everybody, but you can't take everything by yourself. You can't take on everything by yourself. You need your friends to help you out to do the best. So they're all good, no matter which one you pick. But that's my circle of Ninja Turtles. And the reason they all work together is because they all need each other, right?
That's true.
Because we all have these aspects. He's like the well-trained child who's afraid of doing anything wrong while their parents are gone. No, I trust this guy 110% to be here and hold it down while I'm gone.
I just kind of did.
DSJ agrees with me, though.
How can we work Titanic into a wrestling match?
We are all one of the Ninja Turtles, or a combination of the two, or maybe even three.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's very true.
You know? Michelangelo always orders weird shit.
Yeah.
I am kind of old-fashioned when I eat pizzas. So if I had to pick a turtle, I would go Leonardo. Because he probably is the guy who's like, pepperoni and sausage is just a fucking winner every time. Just go with that.
Smart, practical. Well, I guess that does make him a square. I guess a little bit.
I'm a square when it comes to food. I like my food old fashioned.
That's fair. That's very fair.
Eskimo says, "My heart will go on and on now." That was a Titanic reference. I got it.
No. Because Chris hates it when I bring up Titanic every single time. The last time I was on here, not you, Chase. Chase was very mad. Anytime I bring up Titanic, every time I say anything close about the Titanic in general or the movie at all, he gets so upset, and I don't understand it. Well, actually, I do understand it, but like, man, just like enjoy the movie. You know what I mean? Like, I don't sit back and watch your podcast and nitpick the things that you're talking about. In your opinion,
we're gonna have DSJ on. By the way,
I know.
DSJ is in. I know he has a toddler. I know he has a kid. I know he's got his things. But quit making excuses and just come on the show.
I know, DSJ. You can make all the excuses you want.
Like, you can hide behind that mask all you want, but you just need to come on the show and stop making it a thing. I love you, DSJ. I'm just fucking with you. Michelangelo is my spirit turtle. I like weird shit on my pizzas. Do you like anchovies on your pizzas, though? I think that's the classic. Chase brought this up before. Music Maverick brought this up before. He said, I told my parents I'm going to order anchovies on my pizza. And they said, you're going to regret it. And he's like, no, just do it.
I don't think that there's many things that you can mix with dough and cheese and it's not going to taste delicious.
Yeah, it's hard.
It's hard.
It's hard to fuck up pizza.
Yeah.
What is the weirdest thing? Or Miss Hotness is asking what's the weirdest thing she put on her pizza? Well, I can tell you the weirdest thing I put on my pizza is probably
you know what? It really depends, because like I did white sauce on pizza.
Yeah.
So like, because like you said, you're not a red sauce guy.
No.
So
I don't mind marinara though. Like on pizza, like I don't mind pizza sauce on pizza.
But
because
like
if it works in congruency with other ingredients, it's fine. It has to all work together, but just noodles with red sauce, no, I don't do it. But red sauce with cheese, with pepperoni, with sausage, with mushrooms, with, I think anchovies has to be the weirdest thing you can put on pizzas.
But like, it's one of those things where it's like, if you were to add cheese and or bacon to anything, like, you really can't go wrong with that.
No, not at all.
And I think that's a fair assessment.
DSJ says, I love anchovies. There's places in the Bay that put Filipino food on pizza. Adobo on pizza?
Oh, adobo pizza. That'd be interesting.
So I've ordered pizza from some weird Indian places in so
Egg
I
on
went
pizza.
I went to San Francisco to watch a Niners game, and I was in San Jose, and we stayed in a hotel, and we ordered from an Indian place that served pizza, and they literally, one of their pizzas was chicken tikka masala on pizza.
That's interesting. That's very interesting.
And I ordered it. It was one of the worst pizzas I've ever fucking had.
Really?
In my life. It was bad. It was terrible. And I'm like, A, you're an Indian place. And B, if you put that shit on pizza, it's probably not good by itself.
Was it because of the grease, or was it because of the
I think it was because of the chicken, maybe.
Oh.
But it didn't make sense. It's like they didn't have an identity. When you have a pizza place, you gotta have an identity, right? You have when you have a pizza place, you got to have a signature pizza. Then you got to have like other pizzas that are like adjacent where you're like, you may not like this, but you might like this. I've had veggie pizzas that were fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
You know, just
that's
like
fair.
no meat on it whatsoever,
Yeah.
and they were fucking great.
Like I love supreme pizzas with like onions and bell peppers and stuff like that. And
Feta, olives, you know, like all kinds of like crazy shit. But where it's like great, like all these things work together. But you have those pizzas where you're just like, you're just throwing shit on top of it and hoping it works, and it doesn't. And if you have a bad pizza, as a pizza place, if you have a bad pizza that just someone goes, holy shit, that sounds fantastic, but then they try it and they go, that was the worst idea that was the worst choice I've ever made, they're never gonna order from you again.
Well, there's like
you know what I mean?
Who so like was it Pyology?
Yeah,
is like the Subway of pizzas where you just kind of like slap all kinds of stuff together, and but if you don't know what you're doing and you just like slap all kinds of stuff together, then it doesn't turn out good. So like it definitely depends on like how you, wow, look, Moza spaghetti pizza.
What she said before that, weird in the sense of untraditional. Never red sauce, always white sauce, pineapples, jalapenos, banana peppers, feta, mushrooms, sun-dried tomatoes. That sounds pretty good.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good.
That sounds pretty good. But spaghetti pizza? No. Nope.
Well, because you're not a spaghetti guy.
Why do you want noodles on your pizza? Just order spaghetti. Stop it.
Yeah, that's a lot of carbs.
Stop it. Now, I would want to try the adobo pizza.
I would,
if it's done right.
Yeah,
I would want to try an adobo pizza. I'm okay with that.
See, but you just got to know how to do it. You know what I mean? Like, you just have to, like, it has to be the right amount of this and the right amount of that. And
DSJ says there was a great place in Alaska that made hella good Greek pizza. Eskimo, give us a reference. What place in Alaska are you talking about, DSJ? Because my wife is from Alaska and she could maybe. Is it Bear's Tooth? I'm gonna just put it out there. I don't know what that theater was called. Lamb? Oh, maybe a Euro pizza.
Oh,
I can see that being good.
I love Euros.
I love
are
Euros
amazing.
too.
Yeah.
Lamb, tzatziki, cucumbers.
I'm a like.
I don't know. I had gummies as another person.
Somebody forced you to go to this.
Forced you
to this Greek pizza place. But I'm a big Euro guy. Like, I love Euros, like flatbreads and all that other jazz.
Moose's
like,
Tooth. Thank you, Eskimo. Were you at Moose's Tooth, DSJ? We got 2 separate chats going on. I'm managing you guys right now.
I know, man. Like, it's popping.
You know, we got to do a weird pizza night too. I think that's like another idea where we all got to have mad weird pizzas. But there's no like good Greek Euro places here. You know what I notice is like every town I go to in like a lot of states, there's always like a Mediterranean Greek Euro spot. We don't have that here in Hawaii. That's not a thing.
I mean,
it kind of makes me sad.
You can.
Yeah, but it's not gonna. We have a Japanese crepe spot in Milani Shopping Center down the road.
What?
Yeah, and we wanted to get it today, but they were not open. They're not open on Tuesday. Why you're not open on Tuesday? I don't know. You're doing business wrong.
Yeah, Euro pizzas.
Euros are fucking fantastic. They're
Euros
so
are
refreshing.
awesome. Yeah.
And savory at the same time. They're like savory meat with refreshing cucumber Greek yogurt tzatziki goodness.
See, people just.
That's what I miss. Like on the mainland, Hawaii doesn't have that shit, dude. We just don't have that shit. It's great that we open up a new ramen place every fucking like 2 months, but like, can you guys make something different? Can some foreigners come in here and make some good fucking food? Like that's not the same food we get all the time. I don't know.
People assume that like I'm not like I love vegetables. I love salads and all kinds of stuff like that. Lettuce, tomatoes, onions. It's always awesome. But it's the way that you put it together. And I think that's one of the most important parts of putting like something delicious together is part of that.
It's hard, dude, and I get excited when there's a new place opening up, but then when I find out they're a ramen spot or a plate lunch spot or something that's like
hard to beat. Yeah,
there's
hard
an
to
L&L right next door to you, and you go, "Hey, I'm gonna open up a katsu shop," and you're like, "Why? What are you doing?" And then they go out of business like 10 months later, and you're like, "Are you curious why you lost to L&L?" Like this entire time, like that was a bad idea.
Because you can't beat like the staples.
The staples. It's just not. You're not gonna open up next to a Zippy's and open up a plate lunch place next to a fucking Zippy's.
No, yeah.
Because that's the dumbest thing you can fucking do.
You'll lose every time.
Yeah, like I love you and I want the best for you, but you're doing something dumb. Miss Hotness said, I was looking at flights out there for Ashley found the round trip for $500. Kind of tempted to book it. Yeah, if you want to go camping, I got the hookups. I got to meet you first though before you come into my camping crew, because our camping crew is exclusive. And if you want to be part of the camping crew, it can be $25 for a weekend, Ashley, not just a night. For an entire weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and you be camping with the best people you can camp with on the island. Just putting it out there.
There's only certain ways that you can camp and get away with it.
Bellows, best camping spot on the island, hands down. You want to camp? We got it locked down. I'm just telling you.
Moke's, Bellows, Malacana, one or the other.
Yeah.
Can't beat it. Can't beat it. Can't beat it at all. Just what you get out of it, and like if you
no
really
bears,
want to,
no bears, no sharks, no nothing that can kill you in the wild. You can pee in the woods if you want. You'll be fine.
I have a 3-bedroom tent. Like it really doesn't matter. To me, camping is all about sleeping outdoors.
Oh, we'll get campfires going. Don't worry about that.
Like I love the one thing that I love the most about camping is being in the wild, being outdoors, and just absorbing nature. That's the best part about camping.
Being able to pass out on a beach with no consequences is like you don't have to worry about something attacking you in the middle of the night. If you want to pass out in a beach under the moon in the stars, you can do that out in Bellows. I'm telling you, I've done it. And the best thing for a hangover is jumping in the ocean right when you wake up. Even if you feel like shit.
Yeah.
You go, oh, God, I feel like shit. I'm just going to jump in the ocean. And then you come out of there and you'd be like, yeah, this is fine.
Dig a hole.
Life is fine.
Bury yourself in it. Sleep in there for the night.
No cocaine bears. You'll be fine.
And then just like run to the ocean in the morning. There's no greater feeling.
Eskimo will tell you. If she's still in the chat, she will tell you. We've gone on many camping trips together. My crew, if you roll with me and my crew, you will have the best camping trip in Hawaii you ever had. We'll be singing songs around the campfire, getting fucked up, and you can pass out on the beach or pass out in your tent. But either way, you're waking up the next day, jumping in the water, and then you're maybe playing volleyball in the afternoon, throwing some horseshoes on the beach.
Ooh, that sounds nice.
So much fun. And best food you can eat. There was one time I went camping, and the power went out on the entire fucking island. And everybody called me while I was out there camping, and they said, dude, you better come back home. The weather is terrible. And I said, and me and a bunch of buddies said, nah, we're going to just ride it out, bro. Because we got this camping trip for the weekend. If the weather gets bad, we'll figure it out. Because we were all seasoned veterans, right? There was no rain. We were in the best spot in the entire island. Nobody had power, water, or electricity. We had power. We had radios. We had lanterns, and we had food. And we were literally on the best spot on the island. We lucked out. I'm telling you. I love telling people that story because sometimes camping is a good thing.
Yeah. No.
Sometimes being off the grid
Camping
is a good thing.
always a good thing.
Because we were completely off the grid and everybody was out without everything and we had everything. So, just saying. Sometimes you got to ride it out, bro.
Yep.
You know?
Nothing wrong with that.
Sometimes disconnecting from the real world is a good thing. And it was the best thing that night. Because everybody was like, I'm suffering. I have no power. I have no fridge. And we're like, we have coolers full of ice, full of meat. And we have propane gas grills. And there's nothing that's going to shut us off. Unless we get rained on. And we didn't. We didn't get any rain. It was dry.
Oh, that's the worst, too.
It was so good. We were laughing at everybody.
When you go camping and, yeah, rain just, like, fucking drowns you out and stuff. Like, it
But
sucks.
we were out in Waimanalo, and apparently all the rain was on the east side and the north side and central. And we were on the far east side, but all the storms were blowing over us, hitting the coal house, and then raining on everybody else. And then we were just like, dude, it's dry out here. It's a little windy, but nah. We're good.
Singing Waimanalo Blues.
Yeah. Fucking Waimanalo's the place to be.
The beaches they sell to build their hotels. My mother and I once knew. Rain long ago.
Don Lee in the chat.
Where's Don Lee?
He's right there. He's in the chat.
Oh, Don Lee, you can go fuck yourself. Where is he? Oh yeah, he's here. Oh yeah. I'm pretty sure he left already.
Yeah,
at this
Hawaiian guys
point.
were watching over us. It was a fun weekend. Man, I still remember that being one of the best weekends of my life because everybody was calling us going, come home. You need to get out of there. And we're like, no, we're just gonna do it. And we did it, and we were in the best spot on the island. Hands down. No rain, no power outages, food for days, great music, great people. Fucking awesome.
Just hanging out.
Yeah. What is ZSJ doing over here? Battle Royale, he's doing all the commands for the avatar. I wasn't watching the avatars. What they're doing over there?
I was gonna praise your pipes, but shit. Don Lee, you can go fuck yourself. So for those who are unaware, Don Lee is somebody who is new to the wrestling business, and he just got in. He's a new dude, second generation dude, and he sucks ass. Like, fuck him.
Oh shit! I think there's a new rivalry building up here.
No, fuck that. I'm not gonna waste my time with Don Lee. Are you fucking serious? Do you like if you think that my next match should be against Don Lee. That is a waste of my time.
You hear that, Don Lee? You got no time for my wrestler right here. This boy right here. I'm his new manager, by the way.
He's I. But no, Don Lee, I'm not gonna wrestle you. You're not worth my time. Until you beat somebody worth being beatable, I'm not gonna wrestle Don Lee.
Damn, the shit talking's hit the fan.
Yeah.
He's laying it down.
You can wrestle whoever you want to wrestle. If I have to wrestle you, then that's fine. You're not gonna like what's gonna happen. But yeah, no, not at all.
Are you saying Don Lee can't handle in the ring with you?
No, not at all.
Not with McKenna Cruz?
No. Don Lee is what we like to call piss ants.
Oh. Don Lee.
Yeah.
I love you. Don't leave our podcast, please. But
no, go beat it.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't need your clout. You and your little whatever you got going on. I don't need that shit.
Challenges out there.
Yep. Yeah, see, like, he got nothing to say. I would rather wrestle DSJ and his weirdo mask tag team thing, Majigger, than waste my time with Don Lee.
Don Lee, it sounds like you're getting called out live here on the podcast.
No, but Don Lee actually like called me out on so he had like a little thing going on with Chris Wilde and DSJ.
Yeah.
And he questioned my merit, and I was like, "What the fuck? Like
how's Don Lee gonna call you out like that, dude?
Yeah. So
how's he gonna disrespect you like that?
No, super disrespect, and yeah, and if he wants to try and I would rather wrestle.
I would rather wrestle the Plant Man.
Yeah, so go wrestle the Plant Man then. Go wrestle the Plant Man.
Yeah, it's nice what he does. He barely won that match this past week. He
Yeah.
got lucky winning that match because he was distracted the entire time.
Go wrestle the Plant Man and do all of that stuff.
Are you really gonna wrestle like
And,
some hippie, or are you gonna actually wrestle a real wrestler?
Yeah.
Is my question. Are you gonna actually take on a real guy?
I
in the
want
ring?
to wrestle a real wrestler.
Yeah, I know, but he would rather wrestle the Plant guy, of course.
No, but he says that keyboard warrior. Keyboard warrior. Is I would rather wrestle the Plant Man than wrestle you. All right, it's fine. Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, I want the free Plant, but if you want to wrestle this guy, you gotta bring it.
I will wrestle you and the Plant Man. Then
Who's the
waste my
Plant? Who's the
time.
Plant Man's name again? What was his name? I don't even remember.
Natron.
Oh,
Natron. Something or
He won that
other.
match by default. I feel like
he was a right place at the right time kind of person.
Yeah. I feel like that match was kind of.
Yeah. So you go wrestle the Plant Man, and I'll go wrestle a match that really matters. So,
Don Lee, bring the fucking heat, bro.
I know.
Are you just
a pawn?
I feel like are you in Alecki's pocket right now? Because I feel like everybody's in Alecki's pocket.
That's fine.
You know?
Yeah, that's fine.
The guy just backstab everybody in the whole wrestling federation.
Yeah.
By betraying his partner for a long time. and I get that he has like a ownership over you or something. You know what I mean? Like, but this guy right here, he's a real deal. You want to wrestle a real wrestler? You wrestle this guy.
I would love to wrestle Don Lee.
Don Lee doesn't want to fight you, dude. He doesn't want to fight you.
I would love to wrestle Don Lee just because it'd be an easy night. And it would be an easy night. I just get to go out there and beat the shit out of Don Lee. And
no, as your manager, like here and now, I think that's a bad decision. I don't think you should fight Don Lee because Don Lee's just a waste of time. Like, let's get a bigger opponent for you for Oos Wrestling. I think we need a bigger person to wrestle you.
Well, I'll see you in April, but I'll see you
This
in
guy
May.
should be fighting for the championship.
Bring the
strap.
Bring the strap.
I feel like this guy needs to be wrestling bigger people.
You
now that Chris Wilde's out of the equation,
you want me to bring the strap just to make you look better.
my boy should be fighting for the belt. I'm just saying.
I mean, like, I can. And you know,
we'll leave it here. Don Lee, McKenna Cruz. Hey, you want to fight the top? You want to be the best? You got to fight the best. You got to fight my partner right here. You want to fight the best? You got to be the best.
it's almost like so, like, all right, let's for perspective's sake, say here's McKenna Cruz. All right, here's McKenna Cruz. All right, now if I were to wrestle Don Lee, it would, like, even if I beat Don Lee, if I were to beat Don Lee, it would just, like, still, you know what I mean? If I were to beat anybody else, it would be like whoop, like just a little closer to the top. If I were to beat Don Lee, like, it's still like a downgrade for McKenna Cruz, and it's just not worth it. It's not worth it. Like
You said bring your manager. All right, I'll be there.
and it was still the amount of publicity and all that stuff, but like wrestling Don Lee is like how can I explain this? Wrestling Don Lee is like vomiting in a bucket. And no matter what I do, it's just still vomiting in a bucket. And like it would just not look good for the McKenna Cruz. So until you get on that level, then there's no point in wrestling this Don Lee guy.
All right, guys, it's been laid out.
No, there is not going to be a rubber match with Kiko. I could wrestle him one more time, which I have no problem doing. There is no rubber match. He won one, I won one, I won another one. So
he won one, you won by disqualification. But he won the last match clearly.
But
you guys don't know my boy McKenna Cruz won that match clearly and absolutely.
Go
All
on.
right, Kiko we're moving on from Kiko.
Yeah.
All right. Kiko was the guy. They were partners, but we found out who the best fucking wrestler was.
And I did.
In the US Wrestling Federation between the two of them. And now my boy's ready to make a run at the Intercontinental title.
Or any title. Yeah.
Any title. And he's about to do it. He's about to do it. You guys are about to meet the best wrestler in US Wrestling. He's not he Chris Wilde left this week. Love him. He's a great wrestler. But this is the next guy. This is who you should be paying attention to.
Tell him come. DSJ.
Kai better watch out. Aleki better watch out. Fucking the Malaysian wrestler better watch out, because this guy is the next guy coming up. This is the next guy you need to watch out for.
Tell
McKenna Cruz.
Tell Tyler LeBeau to suck it.
We out. Guys, thank you for watching the Smash Bros. My name's Chris. Sit down. Managing this guy. This is McKenna Cruz. Guys, we're live every Wednesday, 5 p.m. Hawaiian time. Catch the best wrestler in US Wrestling right here on the podcast. We got McKenna Cruz. He's going to be coming up in the ranks. Guys, you better watch out. This guy is a dude. And next week, we're going to cover WrestleMania. And we're going to cover the matches last week. But until then, you guys stay tuned. We love you guys. Appreciate all the support today. Straight Primo, Don Lee, fucking Miss Hotness, fucking DGS Wrestles. Thank you for coming into the fucking podcast. Thank you to our boy over at Digital Aspects 808. Check out his shit. He does all the design for the wrestlers in the place. He's a good dude. Thank you, Eskimo. Thank you, Chase. We love you, bro. We'll see you next week.
See you next week,
We appreciate
brother.
you. You guys have a good night. We'll catch you next week for all the wrestling fucking news we can put out on a daily basis. I don't even know. It's been a great show. Guys.
Smash Bros.
We love you. Appreciate you.
It's
Have
a
a good
pleasure.
night. We love you.